evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to present to you the pride of Ellwood City, your Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band.
You guys need an umbrella. Oh, you okay. I have a bunch of raincoats.
The Blue Band is under the field direction of the drum majors Ronald Fox and Peyton Conter. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your masks for the playing of our national anthem, which starts playing again, followed by the Lincoln High School alma mater. Blue Band marches on America with a patriotic medley entitled The Spirit of America.
Welcome students, parents, alumni, and friends to the Lincoln High School's 68th annual homecoming festivities. Thank you for joining us tonight as the spirits are high and our football team is poised for a victory against the New Brighton Lions. Stepping across the field now is just a small representation of the fine young women who make up the senior class this year. And at halftime, one of these ladies will be crowned Lincoln High School Homecoming Queen. Let's meet the 2024 Homecoming Court. First up is Miss Lexi Barnhart. She is escorted by her father, Chad Barnhart. Lexi is the daughter of Chad and Laura Barnhart. Lexi is captain of the varsity cheering squad and was named a 5-time All-Star All-American by UCA. She belongs to Club Hope, Senior High Student Council, the LHS yearbook staff, and is vice president of the Save Club. Lexi is an honor roll student who is also a member of our school's chapter of the National Honor Society. Upon graduation, Lexi plans to attend a 4-year university to study early childhood education. Miss Lexi Barnhart. Next up is Emma Figuerell, escorted by her uncle, Kevin Ricciuti. Emma is a daughter of Joey Lynn Ricciuti and the late Josh Figuerell. Emma plays powder puff football and is a member of the varsity volleyball team. She is also a reporter for the school newspaper, the LHS Echoes, and is an honor roll student. Upon graduation, Emma plans to pursue a career as an ultrasound technician. Miss Emma Figuerell. Next up, Miss Caitlin Kreitzer, escorted by her father, Kevin Kreitzer. She is the daughter of Kevin and Pam Kreitzer. Caitlin plays varsity football, basketball, and is captain on the varsity volleyball team. Last year, she was named second team All-Stars for Class 2A, Section 1 in volleyball. She also belongs to Senior High Student Council. An honor roll student, Caitlin was nominated as Beaver County Volleyball Preseason Player of the Year this season. Upon graduation, Caitlin plans to attend a 4-year university to study elementary education. Miss Caitlin Kreitzer. Next up is Madeline Lisco, escorted by her father, Richard Lisco. She is the daughter of Richard and Wendy Lisco. Madeline is captain of the varsity cheering squad and has been named a 5-time All-American by UCA. She is also a member of Senior High Student Council, the Caring Team, the LHS yearbook staff, and is president of the Save Club and senior class treasurer. A high honor roll student, Madeline is treasurer of our school's chapter of the National Honor Society. She plans to attend a 4-year university to major in biology and pursue a career in perfusionist. Miss Madeline Lisco. Next up is Miss Holly Palmer, escorted by her father, Doug Palmer, and is the daughter of Doug and Aaron Palmer. Holly is a varsity cheerleader and belongs to the Save Club, Spanish Club, the Ellwood City Culture Club, and is also a member of Senior High Student Council. Holly is an honor roll student who was also named a UCA All-American cheerleader twice. Upon graduation, Holly plans to attend a 4-year university to study radiology with a specialty in nuclear medicine. Miss Holly Palmer. Sierra Pinawa, escorted by Pedro Pinawa. She is the daughter of Pedro and Jamie Pinawa. Sierra is a varsity cheerleader who was named a 3-time All-American by UCA. She also participates in our school's musicals and belongs to the French Club, Lincoln Light, Senior High Student Council, and Concert Choir. A high honor roll student who is part of our district's enrichment program, Sierra is an 8-time Carson Scholar recipient and a member of our school's chapter of the National Honor Society. Sierra is very active in her church and serves on the Victory Family Worship Team. She also participates in competitive dance through Diamond Dance Academy and received the Senior Dancer of the Year award from Rainbow Dance Competition and the first overall senior solo at both the Platinum and Turn It Up National Dance competitions. Upon graduation, Sierra plans to attend a 4-year university for cardiovascular perfusion. Miss Sierra Penyawa. Next up is Ava Robbins, escorted by Adam Robbins, and is the daughter of Adam and Amanda Robbins. Ava is captain on the varsity cheering squad and was named a 5-time All-American cheerleader and by the UCA. She is secretary of the senior class, senior high student council, and the Save Club. Ava also belongs to Extreme Peer Leadership, Club Hope, and Spanish Club, and the Caring Team. A high honor roll student, Ava also serves as the secretary for our school's chapter of the National Honor Society. Last year, Ava was the second runner-up in the Lawrence County Distinguished Young Women competition. She also receives the Peer Leadership Award in 2023, the Multiplying Good Certification of Excellence Award in 2024, and was named Best Overall of the University of Pittsburgh's cheer camp for the last 2 years. Upon graduation, Ava plans to attend the University of Pittsburgh to major in economics and plans to pursue a future career in a patent attorney. Next up is Ava Robbins. Next is Ariana Warzinski, escorted by her father, Jonathan Warzinski, is also the daughter of the late Crystal Warzinski. Ariana is a varsity cheerleader who was named an All-American by UCA. She also belongs to the Caring Team, the Ellwood City Culture Club, and Senior High Student Council. A high honor roll student, Ariana is a member of our school's chapter of the National Honor Society. Upon graduation from LHS, Ariana plans to attend a 4-year university and pursue a career in the NICU nurse unit. Miss Ariana Warzinski. And this year, 2 foreign exchange students. Our foreign exchange students are Leah Mueller and Neve Paris, both escorted by John Stitch. Leah and Neve are being hosted by John and Michelle Stitch. Leah is from Germany and is the daughter of Martin and Tanya Mueller. In Ellwood, she belongs to the soccer team. When she returns home, she plans to continue her education and pursue a career as a lawyer. Neve is from Italy and is the daughter of Filippo Pere and Danilo Pipino. In Ellwood, Neve belongs to the French club and is a member of the tennis team. At home, she enjoys rock climbing, rowing, skiing, and swimming. She also tutors students and serves as a first-year representative for her class. When she returns to Italy, Neve plans to complete school and attend university to study medicine and surgery. Her dream is to become a plastic surgeon. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our Lincoln High School 2024 homecoming court. Stay tuned for our halftime festivities when we will crown our newest homecoming queen. We have a photo of this year's homecoming king. That happened earlier today at the pep rally, and I hear that pep rally was a lot of fun. So we announced the homecoming king this year is Maddox Singer. We'll see Maddox on the football field here in just a little bit, but he was wearing that king crown here earlier on today. Folks, Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst and Dakota Marshall on just very special night. Always a fun night, homecoming. A lot of overcast, a little rain a little bit ago. Not seeing the umbrellas out now. A little cool in the air. I thought we were going to have more wind. One end of the stadium, the flags are not moving. The other end, they're swirling. It's going to be that kind of night. But luckily, the rain held off as we presented our homecoming court. Brad, what a great night as we're going into this exciting football season.
Absolutely, yeah. We were talking about the weather. 70 degrees local area, not too sunny anymore as we head into October next week. But the weather's kind of hold off just long enough for us to get through the early festivities tonight. And Thad, we got a good one tonight. It's blackout night and homecoming. It
is blackout night. It's just real quick, Brad, as if you're longtime followers, we get to know these kids. They're young men and women. this senior class for me, I have a daughter in this senior class, so if you got to see the guys that were on the court, these young ladies on the homecoming court tonight, and just what a phenomenal group of young individuals. They wear the blue of Ellwood City pride, with pride, and I know so many people, their parents are gushing in pride with the young people that they have developed into, and just what a great. I know we're talking about football, we talk about sports, but tonight we just talk about all the student body as a whole and what great representatives we have for them. So, Brad, let's talk some football.
Yeah, why don't we?
Kickoff here, in about 12 minutes, the clock says, and we'll talk here a little bit.
Yep.
And got some standings, and they're exciting if you're an Ellwood City fan.
Absolutely. So, once again, this is week 5 in the MAC Conference, and a MAC showdown here, 2A, Section 2. Tonight, Ellwood City 4-0, undefeated, the first time since 1997. They're putting it on the line. If they go 5-0 after tonight, 1986 is the last time they did that.
That's a pretty big year in Ellwood City history football as well. But go on, Brad.
Yep. And then on the flip side, New Brighton Lions, an upstart team, broke that 21-game losing streak, and it has been passed along. Actually, 3 teams broke that now. It's passed on to Charlotte. But New Brighton Lions, an upstart team, 3-2, and 1-1 in section play. Hey, they're trying to play the spoilers tonight.
Well, Brad, I tell you what, when we sat there in August talking about it, and you being Ellwood City guys and their announcers like, well, New Brighton, we'll kind of pencil that one in. Their 21-game losing streak. But you got to give some great throw some love to their head coach, John Masuga. He was part of that program as an offensive coordinator for a number of years. He stepped up to the head coaching position and has really, I think, caught our conference by storm coming in. They started the season off with a win against Shenango, a win against Summit Academy, lost to Northgate. They beat Freedom just like we did last week, and lost don't look now, but Riverside's playing some pretty good football too. Coach Maggs and the boys over there across the river. But they handled Riverside handled them and beat them 20-13.
And I tell you what, Thad, as you just said that, look outside that window. It is now pouring.
There it comes.
There it comes.
So let's get the homecoming court back out there. Maybe it'll stop. It'll stop. But there is a nice crowd here. It's kind of a light crowd from New Brighton.
Yep.
On a side note, real quick, if you're on the stands here listening tonight, over on the band side, concession stand, they're selling Amish pies.
Woo-hoo.
So if you're listening, they're going to have a lot because there's not many people over there. But just I wanted to throw that out there for our band boosters to get a little love.
So because it's the Lions, not the Tigers or the Bears, we're going to call this series the Fur Series. Wolverines, Lions, a lot of fur to pass around, and maybe that's an inside joke of what happened to Thad and myself.
That was a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Just a couple days ago.
Yes, right.
The old-time record, this is going to be the 67th meeting between these two teams. New Brighton holds the edge, 32-29-5.
Tell them when that first one was. That 1907?
The original starting year for the Wolverines, 1907. Is the first game they played New Brighton. The streak right now, Ellwood City's on a 2-win streak, and if you remember last year, just here, Thad, a couple games ago in the books, 62-40 game.
That's right.
It was a all-out blitz between both teams, running up the scoreboard across the board. But if you look at the points total, it's pretty darn close. Over 1,000 points scored between these two teams in those 66 games, and some big numbers there across the board. So we'll call this one the Fur Series. So with that being said, some keys to the game. Last week, some really good stuff from special teams. The defense was darn good for the Wolverines. And how about the passing game? Chris Smiley going all in, 189 and 2 touchdowns in a game where maybe Elijah Palmer didn't hit his mark, but he only carried the ball 16 times. He still got 2 touchdowns, 74 yards. So when you can spread the love in a 43-3, mercy me, you can kind of get away with it.
But I think last week's game was somewhat telling of the Wolverines as we're going in there to our 4th game. Maybe you have some more keys to the game there. Go
so
ahead.
For this week, don't get caught in the limelight. What I mean by that is don't get caught up on homecoming. Don't get caught up in blackout night. Play the game that you are meant to play. Keep the defense guessing. Let's change it up a little bit. We saw it last week. We saw some pass. We saw some things over the middle. Let's keep it guessing. And then obviously the big one for the Wolverines, just holding their opponents to 22% on 3rd down and 4th down. Get them off the field as fast as possible. Get some EPM action and Chris Smiley going, and that will make the difference. So the keys to the game tonight against the Lions.
So I want to go back and talk on last week's game a little bit. You know, you talked about Elijah Parma-Kane, 76 yards or whatever it may be. I think it showed the balanced attack that the Wolverines have right now. There was a great article. Actually, Rob Pratt, legendary, I don't know if you got to see that. He did a little blurb with Coach Bradley. And Rob Pratt, a long time on KDK Radio. And that's what happens when you go 4-0 for the first time in 27 years. And you find yourself ranked second in Class 2A and WPAL. I'm going to take it one step further. Right now, the Wolverines are ranked 8th in the state of Pennsylvania. That's a pretty big state to be ranked in the top 10 in. And I was texting earlier today. I don't know when the last time would have been. Maybe back there in '97, the Wolverines might have found themselves in the top 10 rankings because they won Whippeals that year, the section anyway. But we're getting a lot of interest here in Ellwood City because of how good this football team is doing.
Yep, and on that screen, the one that we want to give a little bit of contribute. He very humble, very quiet. He won't tell you this is all about the athletes. We do want to take one moment. Coach Bradley doing a great job there. First time for Ellwood City starting 4-0, like we said again, 1997, and big things coming. That 1986-87 teams there for the Wolverines were pretty big, but we're talking a couple of years there, Thad.
Yeah, yes, we are, and it's been in the makings now for a couple years, and I think right now the key thing for the Wolverines is just focus, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and keep it rolling like it is. We're about appears to be about 6 minutes away from kickoff, so I'll wait to see where we're at with that. Been a busy week for sports here for Ellwood City. The volleyball team took care of business Tuesday night, taking on Shenango. Unfortunately, lost a tough one. The girls volleyball team did last night to Riverside in 5 sets. They went down 2-0, and then they came up with the third and fourth set, and unfortunately came up a bit short in the 5th set. We had middle school football at one point on Wednesday. They lost that game. Who'd they play, Dakota? You recall?
Shenango, I believe.
Yep, it was Shenango, now that you mention that. And we got golf, we got tennis, all those things going on, and we'll get more to that as the broadcast unfolds. Remember, it is blackout night here, so the Wolverines will daunt the black jerseys, ones that the Wolverines booster, the Ellwood City football boosters helped. They purchased for them last year, and I know it was a surprise to the players, and they're going to break them out once a year, and tonight they broke them out for homecoming night. See New Brighton coming on to the field as the Ellwood City Wolverines in that end zone get ready to take the field. We see the EC flag and the American flag out there. A tradition started here just a few years ago for our Wolverines. A great crowd here tonight, even under the weather conditions of things being a little bit damp. And we'll kind of see how that plays out. And here they come, folks. Our Ellwood City 4-0 Wolverines coming out here tonight to take on the New Brighton Lions. Carrying that American flag, number 6, Gavin Partridge. Carrying the EC flag, number 26, Dante Pierce. You missed the coin toss, but we'll find out here real quick.
They have not actually revealed.
That's what I said. They didn't
show
do it
anything
yet. So we don't know where that exactly is. Just a few moments here away from the start of the game tonight. Don't forget, you'll have the homecoming festivities here. We'll have the New Brighton Band, Ellwood City Band, and then the crowning of our homecoming queen.
Yeah, in fact, we wanted to talk about, you were talking about the girls volleyball. The other big one, obviously, would be boys golf. That has, well, if you stepped outside, you know it has rained this past couple weeks or past couple days. So all boys golf stuff has been moved to next week. they got a lot of things going on. I believe Tuesday they're going to go for the Tri-County Championship against Neshannock at some point. That was determined today at what location. We'll find out over the weekend. Wednesday is going to be the second round for Jordan Keller in the championship round for Whippules. He has to finish, I believe, in the top 8. I think they take the top 8. They will then go to states if he makes that top 8, which right now he is ranked 8th. They take the score over from the first round into the second round. And then on Friday is when they're shooting for the Tam O'Shanter Invitational. And girls tennis, they made playoffs as well. They will be in competition next week. They just wrapped up section doubles. So a lot of things, Thad, going for the Wolverines fall sports.
Yes, there is. And keep apprised to all of our social media accounts to get all the updates of what's going on each and every day, week, the whole 9 yards. We're getting situated in here. So the coach on the field now is the captains for the Wolverines. Number 9's out there, Luciano Gagrick. Number 12, senior Chris Smiley. Number 2, Elijah Palmer McCain. And number 77, the lineman, Shane Lutz.
So it looks like the Wolverines deferred, so I think they won the coin toss. They will, I believe, defer. Yep, so the New Brighton Lions will be receiving.
So I want to give a shout out. Phil Myers, senior from Pro Time for PA Football News, is here tonight. That's like as I said earlier, when you get a 4-0 team and get ranked, get some more coverage, which I think is just a phenomenal thing. Phil Myers, Pro Football for PA Football News. First time for him seeing both teams tonight, and you can check his out for his opinion at PA Football News.
Yep, we also saw Mary Perry, Matt Christopher for Next Level Photography. They help us out with all of our graphics and overlays and whatnot. We just saw her crossing. She got the captain's photo, so that's going to be a great photo.
Yes, it
going
will.
forward.
Hey, honorary captain tonight was Gino Basile, a middle linebacker, offensive liner for the 6th grade Wolverine football team. Moments away from kickoff. Senior Caitlin Kreitzer, if you have been listening for the last 20 minutes and that name rings a bell, she was also on our homecoming court.
I think kicking off obviously is Caitlin Kreitzer. I think we got Mike Vion in the middle.
Yeah, so we'll be saying his name quite a bit tonight. A really good athlete. I've been so impressed with him. He's a senior. We've been watching him play for 4 years now, both football and basketball. There's the kick, going to be taken there at the 20-yard line. Ran to his left and runs up the middle. Hit there. Dacio was there to lead the charge. I believe that was number 21.
Yep.
Jojo Montanez. So we'll get about a 12-yard return there. Dacio leading the charge on special teams with that tackle. 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. So we're watching in pregame, Brad, and you had to be impressed by the size of what New Brighton's bringing to the table here tonight.
Yeah, give credit to this.
Big number 58 out there. He's standing there at 6'3", 255.
Give credit to the coaching staff for getting some newbies in there on that offensive line.
Yes. Jerron King, the freshman, and he's hit. And coming in there like a house of fire was O'Brien. And King really had not much time. Pass falls incomplete. Jerron King, our stats are not that up to date, but he's had a pretty good year. Threw 3 interceptions, however. But just a freshman, Brad. Remember that tonight as we go through this. Jerron King, their starting quarterback, just a freshman, but he's got him sitting there at 2-2.
Yeah, and just like that, they switched it out. So now number 3 will be at quarterback.
Yep, Jaden Salata. We're going to see that a lot tonight. But this time they hand it off. Oh, up the right side he goes and found a nice seam there and got outside the numbers. It was number 21, Jojo Montanez. On that 2nd and 10 run, he picks up about 5 yards. Yep. Dom Hogue out there coming up from that cornerback position to make the tackle. I'll tell you, we just seen him run twice so far on the kickoff and that run. Jojo Montanez, he's got some speed. you want to be aware of.
Big down here, 3rd down and 6. Once again, our key to the game.
Everything to the right side. Pitches it out there to number 24. Makes a man miss, and he's going to get sure tackled as Declan O'Brien came up to put a lick on him. Who gets up from the bottom? Dacio came from that defensive end position to contain number 24, Heath Lewis, one of their primary receivers on this team. He needed 5, only got 3. Going to bring up a 4th down and 2.
I like
so we have King coming back into the huddle.
Yep, I was just going to say, I like the aggression here for New Brighton. It's a short 4th and 2. Why not go for it here early and often? So Wolverines 1 for 1 so far with 4 seconds up on the play clock. 3, they got to get it off.
Yep.
They don't.
They did not. Nope,
they did.
A jet sweep around. Number 10, he's going to get the first down. He ran about 40 yards to get to. Was Mike Cleckley. He needed 2, got about 3. So that's going to be enough for the first down. And I kind of agree with you, Brad. The clock may have struck 0, but it don't matter what we see. It's what the men in stripes see.
Yep.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Mark that down. New Brighton finds themselves 1 for 1 on 4th downs here in the early goings of this game. Now back to pass to Salata. Under pressure. Tip drill goes up in the air. Oh, boy. Trent Schilling saw that ball go up in the air. He was pretty far away from it. He wanted it, but didn't quite get it. I think it was tipped off of the New Brighton would-be receiver, but went up in the air and fell to the earth. Ball falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Hey, shout out to Pizza Joe's, our friends over there. Filling the press box up with pepperoni rolls tonight. So certainly thank Pizza Joe's for help keeping the bellies full in the press box. On this 2nd and 10, man in motion, handoff. There's a flag down. He's going to be hitting the backfield. Big P.J. Du Bois in there, along with Dacio, Twiddell, everybody in there. But I think we're going to have illegal procedure.
Yeah, I think 2 individuals were moving at the same time, and one wasn't set. Can't have 2 people in motion.
They brought V on across the line.
Yeah.
And I want to bring out V on. When we went down to New Brighton 2 years ago, he was impressive. We see him be impressive on the basketball court. We see him being very impressive in track, and we'll see him a lot here.
So see if they decline it. I personally decline
yes,
it.
They did decline it.
I like that.
I do too, because now you're going to bring up a 3rd down. And, they lost 2 yards on the play, and that would have only been a 5-yard penalty anyway.
Yep.
So you're only going to – I'd rather lose the 3 yards to make them go 12 and 1 less down to do it in.
Couldn't agree with you more.
New Brighton 0 for 1 on 3rd down so far tonight. Crowd, it's not a packed house, but they are making their presence known. Here's a end around. Number 21 tries to go up through there, and the Wolverines had that sniffed out. He got back to almost the original line of scrimmage. Trent Schilling, Dacio, and number 5 of the Wolverines, Daylon Curie, was in there. It was almost set up to be some misdirection. Who carried the ball that time? I'm sorry.
21.
That was JoJo Montanez. So now back to punt is Bryson Porter-Jones. The ball is sitting on the 44-yard line of the Wolverines. He awaits the snap. Good snap. Ooh. Kick. Kind of kicks away from everybody, and it's going to go. Going to settle inbounds there at about the 33-yard line. So a 23-yard punt for Porter-Jones. We'll see the Wolverines offense for the first time tonight. 8:19 remaining. Something, the Wolverines have been, the time of possession has been about equal, both offense and defense. I think it's one of the things about the Wolverines offense. They're scoring a lot of points, but there are a lot of them long, methodical drives that are making things happen. Smiley in a shotgun handoff. Elijah Parmacaden. He got hit immediately, but he follows his way forward, going to get a couple yards on that play. So brings it. So credit Pavlich, number 53, with the tackle. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. Smiley, as we call it, in the pistol, sidecar to both sides of him, left and right. Hands off to Elijah. He's got a head of steam. Nope, that's not Elijah. He gets all the way out to midfield. That's Luciano Gagrick. A little misdirection there, counter. And Luch, he went about 4 or 5 yards before he got touched by anybody. That's going to be an Ellwood City Wolverine 1st down.
I like that. We haven't heard his name running the ball just last week, but nice changeup.
Yes, it was. Same formation again. This time, tried again, worked before. This time, not quite as well, but did get about 3 yards, did Luciano Gagrick. Going to bring up a 2nd down, and we can almost call it 6. I think you're going to give him 4 on that play. So Gilchrist checking in for Luch Gagrick right now. These 18 seniors of the Wolverines getting lots of playing time. And about all of them. And there we go. That's going to be 5 yards for the Wolverines as one of the new Brighton down linemen got a little excited. And he came across the line of scrimmage pretty far. So the encroachment penalty is going to give him 5 yards. So that changes the playbook a little bit. You go from a 2nd and 7 to a 2nd and 2. Smiley in the shotgun. Hands off to Elijah. Zigs and zags. Finds a hole. Weaves his way forward. Bounces off of one. Pinballs outside the numbers. And he's going to go all the way down to about the 22-yard line. Driven out of bounds.
Yep,
but not after a 19-yard gain. 21-yard gain, I beg your pardon.
Yeah,
takes it all the way down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, cut that 42 in half just like that, and give credit to Bryson Porter-Jones, because I tell you what, if he breaks that.
Well, he pinballed away, but I also throw a little love to that left side of the line. McClymonds and the crew over there. They made a seam for him. Back to pass. First pass tonight for Smiley. Going down the middle. Guys, man. Oh, what a catch! Wow! Daylon Curry gets up there.
Touchdown!
Gets the one hand to mitt to slow it down and pulls it in for the 21-yard touchdown reception. What a catch by Daylon Curry.
And talk about the first pass by Chris Smiley. Holy smokes.
21 yards. At first I thought, he overshot him just a little bit. Not that much, because Daylon reached up there and got it pulled in. We'll talk about it in a second, Brad. Here comes the extra point. Dom Hogue with the hold. Caitlin Kreitzer. Here's the kick, and it is
right down the middle.
Good. Count it. 6:26 remaining. Wolverines had the ball for about 2 minutes and 30 couple seconds. Scored on that drive. All run, except one pass to finish it off.
Yep.
To Daylon Curry.
Officially 5 plays, 67 yards, minute 53 officially in that
one. I did my math wrong. I'm sorry.
Woo-hoo. Big numbers.
So what a great play. And I don't really know what Coach Bradley and the offensive coordinators are doing. We saw it last week. We saw it on that play. And I'll give Chris Smiley credit. I'll give all 11 offensive players credit. These guys are getting wide open.
It's wide open.
There's not people within 3 to 5 yards of them. We saw it last week. Gavin Partridge had 98 yards, one big one, but he find it. It's in the center of the field.
Well, I was just gonna say what that usually means. You probably got a one-on-one situation with a linebacker, and if you can beat that linebacker, pockets wide open in the middle.
And you have a little credit to Elijah Palmer McCain. You got one of the premier running backs in the backfield, so you got to sneak people up in the box a little bit. And Chris Smiley, he's throwing darts. He really is.
Yes, he is.
Kreitzer, Caitlin now, squib kick, taken there at the 27-yard line by number 14.
Nice.
And a nice tackle.
11.
Who was that?
Number 11.
Was that Gilchrist?
Yes, it was.
And a nice tackle on special teams. So 1st and 10 now for New Brighton. They did get a first down in their first possession of the game, converting a 4th and 2. Ball on the 34. He waits the snap, and there's a flag. Salada's in there for quarterback right now. Do we have some movement?
Yeah, and I'm wondering with these two quarterbacks back and forth, makes you wonder, does that hard count, that count change a little bit and you get a false start?
Right. That could be it. And I love these kind of matchups. Here we're sitting 14 miles apart, I think these two schools are. I looked beforehand. 20-minute drive. And the history goes back to 1907, I think it was. And here we are playing here tonight. That guy, when he steps off, he's marching. He was in the band in high school, that official. Back to the 29, going to bring up a 1st and 15. I don't know if you caught that on camera or not, Dakota.
Yeah, I did.
We'll be watching for it. He's 90.
Play of the game?
If you're in the band, they do have players of the game if you work for Lawrence County Sportsnet at a band festival.
Gotta love it.
Back to pass. Wants to go deep.
He's
Airing it out. Got a man down there. And just overthrew him a little bit was number 14, Jackson's on. Dante Pierce on him, covered him like bolts in a submarine. It was tight coverage. A little bit too long, and he couldn't make a play on the ball. Incomplete pass. Now brings up 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, Salada had to get that. I mean, that was the only window he had. Give credit to Dante Pierce. He covered the front side. It was there, but about 5 yards too far. You're just going to have to keep me in check between 3 and 12.
I'm trying because I like when they have the numbers on the sleeve.
Yep, agreed.
So we got 12 out here right now. That's Jerron King. Hand off there, a little reverse. Here he comes. Number 10 makes it. Oh, God, met hard there. It looked like he was going to get a lot more than that. But who was there to wrap him up? Mike Cleckley got the second handoff.
44 and
Trent
number
Schilling.
50, PJ Du Bois were both
And
there.
in there to meet him. Good defensive awareness by the Wolverines to stay home. Cleckley had a head of steam.
Yep. Give credit, 8-yard gain. That cuts it in half. Your 3rd and 7, manageable. If you're the Lions, you got to do some trickery. I don't blame them.
Yes, you do. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. In a shotgun. Low snap. Back, throws it out there. Got his man, and threw the fingertips off the face mask. It falls out of bounds, incomplete. I think that's the play that they wanted. And Jerron King's pass was not brought in.
Yeah, it was meant for Bryson Porter-Jones. He is the sure guy. Unfortunately, that one there, he just dropped.
So punt formation now as Dom Hogue back to receive. The junior, 5'11", $160. Porter-Jones now. Good snap. Pressure's there. And kick is going to go out of bounds right about the 40-yard line. So a 23-yard punt, and the Wolverines are going to set up shop. With 5:22 remaining in the first quarter. Wolverines now will take over 1st and 10. They're calling the ball at the 41-yard line.
And I tell you what, you get that feeling this could be a tipping point. You go behind 2 scores and early, all momentum could go all into Ellwood City's favor.
Yes, they have. We've seen just one pass. The rain is a heavy mist. We'll call it a drizzle.
Looks like
maybe a little confusion going on, but they get the
Yeah.
snap off. Smiley back to pass. Rolls. He's got time in the pocket. Throws it down there. Just out through DeLon Curie.
He was open again.
A little bit. 5 on number 5. He had Michael V on a step on him on the curl route. Ball falls incomplete. It's crazy. We went 3 years. I don't think we broadcasted a game in the rain. And this season has been
lightning, rain, sleet.
Yep. Hand off there. Dante Pierce this time makes a man
Break it,
miss.
break it.
He almost broke it. Number 24 was hanging on for dear life by the shirt tail. Heath Lewis, and brought Dante Pierce down We're going to about a 2-yard gain, going to bring up a 3rd down and 8.
So once again, all 3 running backs that we've seen in the past got it already. Gackrick, Elijah Palmer Kane, and now Pierce. So 3rd and 8 here from the 43. Big down here for the Wolverines.
Yep, Smiley in a shotgun. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. It's a keeper. He's going to go around the right side looking for a block and nothing there.
Oh,
Keeps
boy.
rolling
Okay.
forward, not giving up. He gets about 3 yards all on his own.
And that
Big
makes
number
it-
58 I mentioned before.
Yep.
Khalil Castaneda. Khalil. Castaneda is what we're going to call him. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 3.
I like it. Maybe with a running back, not necessarily quarterback. I don't want him to get hurt per se, but
Well, I don't think that was deployed quite like they wanted to.
I don't think
the
so either.
blockers were not quite there for Smiles to get much of a head of steam. 8 on the play clock, everything in tight. Look for the hard count here.
so they're going to drop. Oh, nope.
Yep, there's a handoff to Elijah. Makes his way through. He's going to get the 1st down and more.
Oh,
He broke through the line and had a head of steam.
man, does it help to have EPM?
He had needed 3 yards, and he got about 9.
Wow.
But think about the meat up front.
Yep.
Logan, McClymans, Evan, Twiddell. I think Grinnon's out there. Now, Smiley under center. Hand off to Elijah. This time, not much running room. As he gets bottled up, going to give him about 2 yards on the play. Number 18, Joey Kennedy, was in there too to slow him down. So Wolverines deploying there. They kind of had the bigs in on that play. You'll see Dacio and O'Brien come in. And that time, the Lions were ready. 2nd and 8. The wind now is significantly picking up. Curry in motion. Got a flag.
It's going to be
Yep,
false
a
start.
false start. Looks-
Yep.
I think somebody in the interior line might have just bumped a little bit. Tristan Reynolds, one of the linemen there for the Wolverines, 6'2", 240. We don't say his name enough on that right side. He really does a great job sealing off.
And that's technically the blind side for Smiley because he is a southpaw.
Got the lefty. The rain is significantly harder.
Yes. It is coming down, and the umbrellas are coming out.
So 2nd and 13. This time Grinning comes in motion. Quick pass out there. And, a nice snag by Hogue. And, he picked up and hit awkwardly hard. Goes down as Heath Lewis was in there to finish it off. A good catch by Dom as it was just I think that could have been a weather-related type of pass.
Yes.
As it might have slipped a little bit coming out of Smiley's hands. So going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Ball on the 43. 3 to the wide outs to the left. Back to pass to Smiley. He's looking. Little dump pass there to Elijah. And he was not able to get the ball caught. He had yards ahead of him, but just didn't work out as the ball falls incomplete. You know it's raining when we're closing windows in the press box.
Yeah. We haven't done that in a long time.
So punt formation, the Wolverines punting as Chris Smiley is back. Good snap. The lefty kicks. You almost lose the ball in the rain. Bounces up there, and it's going to go all the way down to about the 5-yard line. A great punt there of 38 yards for Chris Smiley. He didn't need to go much further. Now the Lions pinned all the way back at their 5-yard line. So 1st and 10 now for the Lions.
I said it to Mrs. Pigza, who does the homecoming. It can't be homecoming without a little rain.
A little shower. Only a minute
good
33 remaining here in this fast-moving first quarter. Wolverines leading 7-0. There's a handoff. Oh, just missed him. Up the side he comes. And taken down there by number 6, Gavin Partridge. I think it was Dacio. Almost had him in the backfield.
That was 21.
Yes, it was. So a nice pickup there, trying to get out of what on a sunny day would be the shadows of the goalpost. Ball sitting there right on the 10-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. New Brighton not in any hurry getting out of the play clock. Play clock's at 10, and they're
10.
just breaking the huddle. Jerron King in there, quarterback right now. Sends a man in motion. He settles. And
timeout, I believe.
They're going to have a timeout because the play clock was down to 0 that time. And a timeout, first timeout taken by the New Brighton Lions. Brad, I think I mentioned this to you as we were getting ready. A tradition coming back. It's been a long time that this has happened here in Ellwood City. Miss Kasanovich, Miss K, everyone knows her as Miss K if you graduated back and had her as a teacher. Mr. Gavis is bringing back cow pie bingo.
Oh, boy.
Folks, if you want a good time, be here October 25th in the practice field on senior night, 4:30. And if you want to buy a ticket, they're $10, and the payout is $1,000. So see Mr. Gabus or anybody on Senior High Student Council. They put a grid on the practice field, and they just happen to know people with cows. So we're bringing 2 cows in, and whichever cow defecates in the grid wins the $1,000.
I was going to ask who's supplying the cows.
I can tell you I'm supplying the cow, and my daughter and niece will be leading them. So
There
our volleyball
we go.
players will be represented too. 2nd and 5, handoff. Oh, up the middle he goes. He had a big hole and still going all the way out to the
Fumble.
20.
Fumble. I think that's recovered. They came up with it. They're going to say he's down.
It was down. Oh. Okay, but a great run nonetheless there by number 21, JoJo Montanez. And a good pickup. He went from the 10 all the way out to the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10, 28 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Back to handoff. Up the middle he goes again. And going to be drugged down by a host of Wolverines. Falls his way. Oh, kept the chains rolling. He's a little slow to get up because he hit pretty awkwardly. And going to be enough to get the first down as they're marking the ball at the 42-yard, at the 37-yard line. Going to pick up 13 yards. Maddox Singer was in there for the stop. And I think with that, they're just going to let the clock run out. So at the end of 1 quarter of play here, it's the Ellwood City Wolverines 7, the New Brighton Lions 0. Let's take a timeout.
All right, folks, welcome back here. Second quarter action. There's the whistle. We're about ready to go. New Brighton on offense still. Good drive going here from their own 5 so far.
Yep, had a couple positive plays there. There's a throw out there to Bryson Porter-Jones. Going to get some yardage, kind of that stop route. Gets it out to the 42-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play.
That was Dante on the tackle, Brad.
Yeah, I'm just keeping eyes on the quarterback. That's the key thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you as much as I can.
I appreciate it.
And King is still in there. I have a feeling we're going to see King on a lot of the pass plays.
Exactly, yep.
And Salada maybe a little bit more on the handing the ball off. Sends his man in motion. Is Cleckley. There's a handoff. Trying up through the middle. Hit hard there. Fumble! Ball in the air! That's going to be Wolverine ball. Partridge. The ball went up in the air, and Gavin Partridge said thank you very much and snagged that ball out of the air. Our first turnover of the game at the 11:08 mark. The Wolverines will take over with beautiful field position at the 45-yard line of the New Brighton Lions.
That was Twiddell that actually caused it. He didn't technically get the tackle, but he went through there, knocked the ball out, and then obviously
Who was
Partridge.
the ball carrier? I missed that.
That was number 24.
So
Heath
Lewis getting one of his only first carries of the night, and he was just trying to zig and zag, and just a good hit. Smiley there with the ball, hands off to Elijah Palmer McCain, bowls people over like a bowling ball, gets her down inside the 40. We'll mark it at the 38-yard line, going to pick up about 7-8 yards on the play. Give him 8 yards, going to bring up a second down and 2. Once again, folks, the rain, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Got a pretty steady rain going on here. There's a handoff to Elijah. And that time, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, as number 53 was in there. Caden Pavlich to slow him down, along with Heath Lewis. Really no gain on the play. So going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Ball on the 37 in the second quarter here. Stick around, folks. Halftime, we'll have some out-of-town scores, but the highlight will be, of course, the bands and the crowning of our homecoming queen. On this 3rd and 2, Smiley going to get the tush push and goes forward. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. Needed 2, going to get 3. We've seen Smiley do that with great effectiveness in the first 4 games of this season. A lot this year. Going to bring up a 1st and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. This drive set up by the Evan Twiddell hit and the Gavin Partridge fumble recovery. Smiley now under center to the short side left. Handoff. Elijah tries to bounce it outside. He does. Gets the running room. Going to be gang tackled there about the 29-yard line. Going to give him a pickup of about 5 yards. A whole bunch of Lions were there to get him forced out of bounds. Down, we'll call it a long 5. One thing with the rain tonight, there's no lightning, thunder, lightning in the forecast. And offsides again. Wow, New Brighton. I don't want to jinx this, Brad. Wolverines came into the night in 4 games. 29 penalties for 300 yards. We've gone a quarter of play. I don't believe the Wolverines have had a penalty yet. So going to march off them 5 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 1. There's a handoff. And not much running room there. He's going to get, positive yards, more than I thought. Was Elijah Palmer McCain going to get about 5 yards. Going to move them chains once again. So give him 6 on the play. Luciano Gagry and Elijah Palmer McCain to the side of Chris Smiley. Smiley going to send a man in motion. Off comes the sideline, Daylon Curry. There's a handoff, following his blockers, Elijah Palmer McCain. He's going to get positive yardage all the way down to about the 11-yard line. As Heath Lewis was in there to finally make the stop. Going to be at the 12-yard line. A pickup of 7 on that play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 3.
I'll tell you what, it looks like because the rain came out, the Wolverines kind of playing a little bit tight. Just run the ball, and I like it. It's working.
Well, it's working. It's working. Seeing a little bit of motion. And there's a handoff this time to Luch and dives his way forward. Who put that? That McCloud, 76. I just said his name there a few minutes ago, Tristan Reynolds. And get the maple syrup. We had pancakes on the field as Tristan Reynolds leveled that guy. Luciano Gagrick goes down to about the 9-yard line. That was enough for an Ellwood City Wolverine first down. Going to be 1st and goal. Oh, fumble, and he got on it, was Chris Smiley. He took a hit by Nazir Humphreys as he was on the ground. He gets up, seems to be okay, but folks, it's got to be. The pigskin's pretty wet tonight. So going to bring up should be 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Dante Pierce in the back. No, that's Gridden. Sends him in motion. There's a handoff to Elijah. He cuts, zigs, zags, still on his feet, trying to push the pile. And he's going to get down to about the 5-yard line, pick up a 4 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line for the Wolverines.
Number 6 with the tackle.
Gage Kovac. Break the huddle. Everything's in pretty tight for the Wolverines. Grinning goes in motion. There's a handoff and hit in the backfield hard was Elijah Palmer McCain. And number 4 was in there quickly, Nazir Humphreys, along with Dominic Pasquale. So they did lose yardage, about 7 yards on that play. So going to bring up a 4th and goal from the 12-yard line. So if you're the New Brighton Lions defense, you're thinking this is a really, really big play. Smiley does the check with me. Seem to be calling an audible, changing the play. 2 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Watch the center of the field. Smiley back to pass. Throws it down there, and good defensive play by number 6, Gage Kovac. As Gavin Partridge wanted the pass interference, but give Kovac credit, went for the ball, and young Partridge really had no chance to get his mitts on that.
Yeah, unfortunately there for the Wolverines, that ball needed to be there sooner, and it actually was kind of behind Partridge.
Well, it looked to me as it unfolded, I think he wanted – the coverage was there that he couldn't throw it as soon as he wanted to, and as Gavin tried to get open. So the Wolverines do not convert that 4th down. So New Brighton will take over. Right now, if you're New Brighton Lions, you're like, I just would like to have some field position. Yeah. They started the last drive on the 5. This one here starting at the 12. Play clock running down. They're in hurry-up mode, and they get the play off just in time. He muffed it. Oh, what a hit there. And taken down Luciano Gagrick as King had a little trouble with the snap as he received the ball. And Gagrick was able to just miss the whole timing up of the play. So it's going to be inside the 10 back to about the 9-yard line. So it's going to be about a 2nd, and we'll call it 13. 5:38 remaining. Wolverines with all 3 of their timeouts. I think if you're Coach Bradley right now, you're thinking, let's get a stop. New Brighton, you're thinking, let's just get some first downs to help our field position. On the keeper this time. Up the middle he goes and finds and follows his way forward. That time it was the quarterback, Salata. Gets it all the way out to right at the 20-yard line. So he picked up 11. However, he's going to be a couple yards short of the line of gain for the first down. Kind of a hurry-up mode offense here. They can't catch the Wolverines defense sleeping. Keeps the ball again, and he's going to be hitting the backfield and taken down well short of the line. P.J. Du Bois crawling out of the pile there. Who else was in there? I want to thank Declan O'Brien to bust that play up. And it's going to be 4th, and I'm going to call it a short one. Dacia was in there, too, for the stop. Salada, I think, was trying to do that hurry up. Let's catch him off guard. And luckily for the Wolverines, O'Brien and Dashio were not fooled. Fourth, and I'm going to call it a very short one. Salada in there, quarterback, play clock down to 2-1. He gets it, pushes his way forward and dives through the pile. He got the first down, so he did. That was just all effort there by Salada. Kind of cut in there behind the center. And on the keeper, moves the chains at the four-minute mark. Got big Drake Davis, P.J. Du Bois, Caden Dasho, Evan Twaddell on that defensive line. This time Salada on the keeper, tries the right side. This time got some room to run. Pinballs, still driving his way forward. Dom Hogue was there to try to wrap him up. One of the biggest plays of the night for the Lions. They go from the 26 all the way out to the 46, 20-yard gain. Right now it's just Salada using his legs from that quarterback position. The officials are conversing, and the chains have not moved yet. Was there a flag?
I'm wondering.
I did not see a flag.
I don't think so. I think we're okay. Just
they stopped the play clock at 25. Okay, there was a flag, and they're waving it off.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it fell out of his pocket or something.
I wonder that too, because I didn't see it during the play.
Yep.
So the chain gang, they're catching up. They did the right thing. Don't move until you're told to. So ball in the 46. Wolverines leading 7-0. By the way they've played, you think the score would be a whole lot more in favor of the Wolverines. New Brighton put on a nice drive here. Started at their 12-yard line. They got a 1st and 10. Salada in there on the keeper. Rolls around there that time. Gavin Partridge was not fooled. He just waited there and really gave him no gain on that play. So 3 minutes to go here. Rain, it's stopped for about 2 minutes, and we're right back at it again. Maybe it'll stop for homecoming festivities here at halftime. Salada in the pistol. Hands off right to number 24 this time, and he runs into a sea of humanity. It's covered in blue, and this maybe gets a half a yard on the play. Lewis was the ball carrier. Gaggart gets up from the bottom of the pile. Big homecoming weekend. Got the homecoming dance tomorrow night. They're over in the cafeteria. Tonight, middle school dance, 7th and 8th grade. And my man DJ Too Nice is there spinning the vinyl. He does a great job. I was chatting with him earlier today. He's got a wedding tomorrow night. He does a great job at a wedding, by the way, and always a great job at homecoming. So middle school, they're dry in the cafeteria, cutting the rug. They'll be doing it tomorrow night there was the high school students. On this 3rd and 9. Back to pass Salada. Dasho gives chase.
Good job by PJ!
Du Bois! Oh the big guy! PJ Du Bois reached up in the air like the Almighty and said, "I'll take that." He's smiling like a butcher's dog. Look at him running off the field. Oh, man! The belly smack in the air. Wow.
Now, there is a flag on the field. I have a feeling we're going to have a lineman downfield. This will probably be declined. I think the Wolverines, PJ Du Bois, may have turned this one.
Wow. And really, you kind of said it there. New Brighton was getting some momentum, kind of moving the ball down the field. We'll wait to see what
they're going to call
is.
holding, and it should be declined.
We'll decline that penalty, says Coach Bradley. We'll take the ball over. The first interception of his varsity career is PJ Du Bois. He is you got to know PJ to appreciate this even more. Just a great kid, hard-working kid. Goes down to the student section, gives a little flag, little wave to say, "Hey, did y'all see that?" And yes, we did.
So that was by Salata.
We're going to have to call him the sure-handed PJ. How do you not love high school sports? 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line of New Brighton. He even got a couple yards on the return.
Yes, he
Got to
did.
give him credit for that. Smiley in the shotgun. 3 wide outs to the left, back to pass. Surveys. Dumps it out there. Who gets it? Elijah Palmer. Kane makes a man miss, looking for a block. Does a stiff arm, rolls his way forward, and gets it down to the 40-yard line. He ran a long way to get 4 yards, but he made something out of nothing. They've tried that play a couple times so far tonight. It's worked better earlier in the season. We do have a flag on the play. We'll wait to see what the men in stripes say about that. Yes, holding against the Wolverines. We're going to march off. Not marching as much as he was. 10 yards. So $1:39 remaining here in this second quarter of play. The Wolverines do have all 3 of their timeouts. Going to bring up a 1st and 20. Ball on the 46-yard line. Smiley in a shotgun. Hands off to Elijah. He's got a lane. Up that left side he goes. Goes outside the numbers. Got a block downfield. All the way down to the 38-yard line. He might have enough for the first down. That is a first down. Well, people in the crowd said it was a first down, and yes, it is. Vion brought him down, but great blocking that time. Elijah, we've got to watch him for 4 years now, Brad. He's gotten patient. He's gotten harder to bring down. He's got a stiff arm added to his repertoire now, and he's off to the races.
Give what the people want. First down.
On the 33, quick pass out there in nap time. Just a little too short of a pass for DeLon Curie. Ball falls incomplete, stopping the clock with 1:29 remaining. This has been a
Something.
fast moving. There's just not been a lot of stoppages of play. Wolverines with just one penalty. We'll have some halftime stats. It'll probably be a little bit abbreviated with the homecoming festivities. Smiley in a shotgun. Here comes the rain again. The lefty goes back, going down deep. Throws a duck up there.
Palmer.
And Palmer. And he was
He was pushed,
yeah.
but I think it would have been out of bounds.
I think maybe it was an uncatchable ball.
Yeah.
And but hey, give number 4, Nazir Humphreys, Elijah. They slap hands. Hey, we're going to go back. We're going to play it another down. Right now, I think that ball is just really, it has to be soaking wet. And the rain has stopped. The umbrellas have come down. But that field, pretty wet down there. Okay, 3rd and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. Smiley gets the snap. Hands off to Elijah. Gets through the first wave around that left side. Bounces it out. Spins his way forward about the 28-yard line as Bryson Porter-Jones was there. A great pickup on 3rd down. He picked up about 6. Now you got 4th and 4. 1:07 remaining. You got 3 timeouts if you're the Wolverines. So 4th down play here. And if the Lions can stop him here, that's a huge moral victory for them in this first half as we're just sitting there with 47 seconds left to go. Play clock down to 10. Smiley on the 4th and 4. Gets the snap, goes back to pass. He's under duress. The lefty throws it down there, and another good play. Dom Hogue was the intended receiver, but once again, number 5 was there. I think that was Mikey Vion. Got his mitts on it. Ball over on down. So the Wolverines not able to capitalize on the big guy, P.J. Du Bois' interception. Really, there's not we'll find out at halftime, but there's just not been many possessions. And there's been just a lot of empty possessions for both teams.
Yeah, we're sitting here. New Brighton had one good drive to kind of pushed the Wolverines back, and in that interception, you think the Wolverines, okay, this is big time, 30-some seconds left to possibly get another, a 14-point lead, a 2-score lead in this game, and with the rain in that, could be a difference.
Right.
I believe New Brighton there
Yes.
did take the timeout.
Yeah, they had about 5 seconds and still had a player running in from the sides.
Yeah, so a little
So,
sub.
hey, don't forget, next week, October 5th, over at the Sons of Italy, the cheer boosters are putting on a benefit over there. Todd, the piano man, is going to be at the Sons of Italy. I think the doors open at 6. Todd, the piano man, plays at 7. $35, dinner included. Going to be a good time. Cash bar. You never leave the Sons of Italy thirsty. Guys, that's going to be a good time. Take your wife, take your girlfriend. It's so much fun. You can take them both if you want. It's going to be a good time. See Danielle Pratt Woodhead, or any other cheer boosters or cheer for tickets. And I want to think that tickets will also be sold at the door, but to guarantee you got a seat, get your tickets ordered now. Todd the Piano Man, next Saturday night, October 5th. Here's a snap. Here's a handoff. Pinballs around. It's number 21. And
fumble again.
there was a
P.J.
fumble.
DuBois. He stripped it again. It's Wolverine
It's Wolverine
ball.
ball. P.J. DuBois going for the trifecta. Got the fumble recovery as number 21, Jojo Montanez, is carrying the ball.
Did he just earn himself lineman of the week? I would say.
Yes,
Wow.
Just get him a sack now. We got a trifecta for the big guy. He gets the necklace again. He's having a night. So with 27 seconds left,
Three
in
timeouts.
this kind of weather,
Oh,
a 2-score lead is so valuable, and the Wolverines got to be thinking. They didn't capitalize on the last turnover.
Timeout, Ellwood.
I think if you're the Wolverines, you didn't want to come in there
Yeah.
and burn a timeout.
It's a
then.
tough one.
That is a tough one.
But also remember, Wolverines get the ball first in the second half as well.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
You're looking for at least an opportunity here with 27 seconds. You're looking at least 3 plays, if not 4, with the timeout.
Well, and I
He
think you're
stretches.
going to have some pass plays
Oh,
in here,
yeah.
too, so it gives you a little bit of room, that incomplete pass to stop the ball.
And just look for maybe a little trick play, maybe that little screen play to Luciana Gackrick right over the middle.
Yeah,
gain 8-9 yards for
in
first
this
down.
kind of weather, the trick plays are,
just right through the middle.
yeah, I don't want to see a lot of handoffs. It's
Yeah.
just, let's get it to the person you want it to, or throw it to them, and let the legs do the rest. But I see what you're saying about catching them off guard a little bit.
Yeah, got to do something a little different here because nothing against Palmer Camp. I mean, he's nailing it right now. 13 carries, 83 yards, but with 27 seconds, you
Yep.
got to get first downs possibly.
And they got a formation, empty backfield, 3 wide outs to the right, 2 to the left. Watch the center of the field, folks. Here comes Smiley. Mishandles the snap, but he gets it picked up.
Oh,
and
my.
hit hard there.
And how is that
Holy
not a penalty?
moly.
I know it's
You
blindside.
want helmet
but
to helmet, but Nazir Humphreys came in there and just lit up Chris Smiley on his blind side.
Well, here's why I'm asking for that penalty because we saw it 2 weeks ago here. The same thing just happened 2 weeks ago, and it got called. So,
Timeout for the Wolverines. And ball's all the way back at the 37-yard line. So a big loss on that play. Hey, folks, I know we're talking about football, but basketball season will be here before you know it. I don't know a lot about this, but Facebook page, Ellwood City Little Hoopers. Go to the Ellwood City Little Hoopers page, and if you're a parent or grandparent and have a youngster in K through 2nd grade, and they also have something for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, tomorrow their Winter League for K through 2. You can have in-person sign-ups down there on Main Street at National Grind, September 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you got a youngster, check out Ellwood City Little Hoopers Facebook page, and they'll direct you to that. Anybody that plays basketball will tell you. Learn how to dribble young. You'll be a whole lot better player later on. Hand off there to Elijah, trying to break it up through there. Does a little spin move. Gets positive yardage down to the 31. And taken down there by Heath Lewis.
Wow.
We've said his name a lot tonight.
Surprised he didn't
and
take
I
the
think
timeout.
Coach Bradley's thinking, we're just going to go to halftime with a 7-0 lead. And that's where we're going to stop, folks. At the halftime mark, the Wolverines 7, New Brighton Lions 0. Maybe a little closer game than what we might have thought at this stage of the game. Anything can happen. Stick around, folks. We got New Brighton Lions Band, Ellwood City Blue Band, along with the crowning of our homecoming queen.
And Mr. Jeff Brady.
Is she underneath it?
Sponsor is Ms. Kay Laughlin. Atlantic Constructor is Ms. Kay Laughlin. And being led onto the field by drum major Jenna Lansbaugh. Atlantic captain is
Jen, your husband needs $4. $3. He's ignoring you. It's all right. Wait, what is it?
We need an apple down here also.
I'm dying that the money came out from underneath the sheet. Okay, hold on.
Pass it behind you. Here's your. I need an apple down here too.
Okay, come in with an apple. Okay, this for the apple?
Drum major, you're being ready.
I don't know why I did my hair today. There's no point.
Tonight's band will be performing their 2024 halftime show, Wolverine Pop. These are selections to showcase some of the top female performers celestials.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
We have performance tonight a song by the British singer Julie from her album Future Shoutouts. Please enjoy Levitate.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was
Thanks, honey. She's all bundled up.
Are you watching the broadcast over there? Jen, it's done, right? Oh, good. What'd you buy? What'd you buy? What'd you buy?
Very free, right?
$6.
I got your name. You were bundled up. Oh, I got a big one now. I got money. Here. Thank you.
Yes. I love you. Thank you. Good job. Don't be making that face at me again.
You gotta love those, man.
Yeah, those are the 90.
Good night. Record musician being the only woman to win the third major Grammys category. One year you will be considered album of the year We continue our show with her breakout hit.
Heck yeah. Oh wait, I'm sick. I don't care.
that was just done for the promising stars, giving us topics such as Party USA, Wrecking Ball, and Decline. Now we will feature her song that won her first grade, Flowers, that will feature our trumpet soloist, Paul Flores.
We're going to Mexico. We're going to Mexico. I told you, my boss is right behind you.
They all dressed up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lincoln High School Blue Band That 70s Show. Baba O'Reilly is one of Who's most iconic tracks, released in 1971 on their groundbreaking album Who's Next. Here is the Blue Band rendition of Baba O'Reilly.
What's up, man?
They got it on camera. You're gonna get I was just gonna say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band. Blue Band coming from Minnesota, and Westfall. Percussion by Andy Borczynski, knowledge by Donald Borczynski, and the field leadership on drum bass Postgame. And they'll go be the voice of Blue Band, and thank you for supporting your Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Band sponsors.
Before we crown our queen, the senior class would like to acknowledge the efforts of all those who made this evening possible, including Blocker Jewelers, Diado Family Nursery, the Ellwood City Area School District Administration and Board, the custodial staff of the school, faculty manager Gary Rosansky, athletic director Carter Gasnelli, the Ellwood City Wolverines YouTube channel, Posies by Patty, DJ Too Nice, who will be providing the entertainment at tonight's junior high dance, and DJ Johnny D, who will be at tomorrow night's senior dance, junior club advisor Sam Berry, sophomore class advisor Jolene Krupa, and finally senior class advisors Miss Dina Noble and Mrs. Melissa Pigza. Returning to the field now is our 2024 homecoming court. Let's welcome Lexi Barnhart, Emma Figurel, Caitlin Kreitzer, Madeline Lisco, Holly Palmer, Sierra Pinawa, Ava Robbins, Ariana Warzinski, Leah Mueller, and Neve Paris, our two foreign exchange students. Presenting the queen with a dozen of roses and junior class president Jordan Keller, escorted by junior class secretary Ekrika Barlow. Our crown bearer is Brooklyn Ottaviani, the daughter of Evan and Jessica Ottaviani. Crowning this year's queen will be Lincoln High School's 2023 homecoming queen, Giovanna Huth, escorted by Mitchell Covert. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Lincoln High School homecoming queen is Holly Palmer. Congratulations to Miss Holly Palmer for being selected the 2024 homecoming queen. Congratulations to Holly as she's getting the crown. I'm going to sit in the chair. Congratulations to Holly. Congratulations to all the wonderful young ladies on our homecoming court. Getting a picture now with her dad. A nice moment here as we're getting the pictures. And now for the hugs. All the girls come in for the hugs for the homecoming queen and her court. 7-0 here as the Ellwood City Wolverines find themselves in the lead here at halftime. Brad, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yep.
If you got some stats and some out-of-town scores about 4.5 minutes away, so plan accordingly.
All right, so halftime score here from Helling Stadium, 7-0 Ellwood City with the lead. Inspiring New Brighton defense and offense for that matter, kind of keeping the Wolverines in check. Yes, Ellwood has been able to move the ball twice or 3 times, but Thad, you mentioned it in the first half. Just seems like a game with very few drives that possess the ball for a decent amount of time, let alone move the ball for points. Obviously up on that scoreboard, just 7-0. Rushing yards so far in favor of the Wolverines, 109-86. Passing yards, not much going on here with the rain, although the rain has stopped. So I think that playbook is gonna be opened up a little bit. 24 yards for Ellwood, 9 for New Brighton. So total yards at halftime, 133-95. Ellwood probably should have right around 160, but a 10-yard sack, a 7-yard play minus in favor of Elijah Palmer McCain, and a couple penalties there, 2 for 15, kind of backing them up. On the flip side, New Brighton, once again, Wolverines defense holding them in check. 95 yards, 3 penalties for 15 yards, but the 3 turnovers gave Wolverines short fields at the 50 and the 40-some yard line, but they cannot capitalize. And so far, that has kept this New Brighton Lions team in this one. Some individual stats so far, rushing-wise, Jaden Salata, 5 carries for 37. Josiah Montanez, he's got 7 carries for 36. And then Michael Cleckley, 2 for 12. For the Wolverines, Elijah Palmer Kane, he's at 14 for 88 so far in this one. Luciana Gackrick, 3 carries for 21, and moving forward with that. Passing-wise, Jaron King Jr., 2 for 5 for 9 yards. Jaden Salata, 0 for 2, and 1 interception there by the big boy, number 50, P.J. DuBois. Passing for the Wolverines, 2 for 8. Not a very good night for the Wolverines so far. Couple drops for Smiley and company, 24 yards, but that 24 yards basically was for a touchdown to number 5, Daylon Curry. One catch, 21 yards. Touchdown, Dom Hogue, 1 catch, 3 yards. And on the flip side, Bryson Porter-Jones, 1 for 5, and Heath Lewis, 1 for 4. So there are your individuals on offense. Defense-wise, we talked about it a little bit, and we saw it in that first half. Wolverines keeping them in check. Just 3 tackles so far for loss, but we had 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, an interception, and 2 of those turnovers of the 3 were by number 50, P.J. DuBois. The other fumble recovery was by number 6, Gavin Partridge, and give credit to one of the linemen last year of the year, Evan Twaddell. He caused a couple of those things. Could we see back-to-back years lineman of the year, P.J. DuBois? We'll see. On the flip side, Bryson Porter-Jones carrying the load on defense there for the Brighton Lions. He's got 5 tackles, and give credit to Najir Humphreys. He's got 4 tackles, with one of those being that 10-yard sack and the 7-yard loss for Elijah Palmer-Kane, something that we don't usually say very often. So, all right, here we go. The weekly scoreboard out of town. Schedule and results so far. Halftime here, Ellwood up on New Brighton 7-0. Freedom at Beaver Falls, we'll skip that one for now because we do not have a score anywhere. Union at Mohawk, that one just went about halftime about 2 minutes ago. Mohawk with a lead on the Scotties, 17-14, close and tight one there. Western Beaver cruising past Riverside on their homecoming at Riverside, 21-0 at half. Newcastle and Aliquippa don't have an update score just yet, but that one was 27-7. Aliquippa still in the first quarter, so maybe tack on 2 more scores for Aliquippa there at halftime. They may have 40. Northgate holding check by Laurel. Laurel, inspired ball here in section play. Yeah, 0-3 out of section play, but doing pretty good job so far in conference. They're up 7-0 at halftime. Neshannock looking pretty darn good there against Shenango. Kind of a bounce back in a sense to kind of get the feel of things. They're looking pretty good, 17-0 up on the Wildcats. Rochester cruising, looking to go in halftime there. They were up 36-0 on Summit Academy. Keeping some scoreboard watching there out of conference for us, not the MAC, but the 2A conference stuff for the rest of the 2A level. Non-conference, South Park at Washington. The reason why that's big is South Park is leading the charge in one section right behind St. LaSalle. On the flip side, Washington kind of falling back a little bit. Couple losses there. Washington has a lead on South Park, 7-0. And the big one, we talked about it, and I'll do my little rant of a 3A team falling down to 2A and having amazing success so far. St. LaSalle, 21-0. They are definitely going to be that 1 seed, no doubt, because they'll go undefeated with them being a 3A down to 2A school. Waynesburg Central down 21 points.
Thank you for keeping that rant quite short, because I heard the long version of that before when we were not on air.
You better believe it.
But, folks, the rain stopped for the presentation of the homecoming court and the crowning of the queen. Remember, Maddox Singer, we mentioned that earlier, today at a pep rally. And talking to some of the students, that pep rally was a lot of fun. I don't know who was in charge of putting it on at the school, but it was a lot of fun. And I know the kids very much enjoyed that. And Maddox Singer, congratulations to Maddox, number 55, down there on the field. So I had misspoke earlier. Johnny's Pizza supplied the pepperoni rolls and spinach wraps and everything here in the press box tonight. So certainly do appreciate them. Stop by there. I come through town there every now and then. I'll whip in there for a quick lunch. You can sit down, take your time if you want to do it too. Always good food, and we appreciate their support of all of Ellwood City sports. 7-0 here. Next week, we will be Friday night. We're going to have a free night out because we're going to be at Western Beaver.
I'll be at a chiropractor on Friday night.
I might go watch a football game. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to be at Western Beaver. Noon, as a noon kickoff? 12:30 kickoff. If it's raining, or if there's, thunder and lightning, they won't have the game. We'll be on a rooftop there, and nice spot up close to the sun on the rooftop, and broadcasting from there, weather permitting and Wi-Fi permitting. But we will do everything we can to get down there. That could be a very, very big matchup. But there's a half a quarter to play here. Yet tonight, Wolverines will be receiving the ball to start things off. I think if you're Coach Bradley, you're saying, hey, guys, hold the blocks. Let's, it's great to move the ball, but finish. Don't be afraid to get out there and finish the deal off.
And naturally, I would say that kind of get back to the basics and run the ball, but they have done that very well. I honestly believe let's use that pass game because Daylon Curry has been open. Dom Hogue has been open. It's just the rain kind of put that in check. And as we said that, now look, once again, it's starting to rain again.
Well, I was going to predict that. The rain stopped for homecoming, and all the girls look lovely and put a lot of time in to get the hair and everything, so they stopped the rain for that. And now Brian Partridge, the booster president, was up here. Was chatting with him a little bit. I said, Is it as wet as it looks down there on the field? He goes, you can dump water out of my shoes. They do everything they can to drain this thing. You've seen the video a couple years back when they made this. But, it does take time for that water to move away.
And if you talk about drains, there's about a drain every 3 feet in this thing. It's insane.
It's pretty remarkable. If you go back on our YouTube page, you're going to have to go back pretty far because we've done a lot of stuff since we did that. Here we are, kickoff, folks.
I think that's going to be number 53.
Yep. Caden Pavlich. Back to receive. EPM, Elijah Palmer-McCain. And going to squib that kick down there, and it's going to go out of bounds. Kind of a lucky play there for the Wolverines. Dom Hogue wisely just let that ball go out of bounds, and we'll pick up the ball at the 40-yard line?
Be the 35.
35. I was just testing you.
Well,
see if you were listening.
Listen. With these new NFL rules, it could be the 30, it could be the 20, it could be the 25, 35. It's a mess. We'll keep that round.
I'll just say, you want to figure out a way to bore a game,
they are
make
re-kicking.
a game boring.
We'll keep that
they're going
rant.
to move them back?
Yeah, move them back 5 instead. I like it.
Have that option.
But we'll keep that rant a little bit short, I guess.
So then now we'll re-kick from the 35-yard line.
Yep. I like that. See if we can get a return here.
Wolverines, not many penalties in that first half.
Yep, just 2. New Brighton with 3.
I don't want to jinx this. No personal fouls.
No personal fouls.
We've gone a half with no personal fouls, and that's a good thing this time. And it's going to be falling. Oh, get on that. And they do, as Declan O'Brien fell on that ball as it was rolling around there.
Whew. And it actually loses yards, technically.
Yep. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. So the Wolverines set up shop. A light mist coming down right now.
5, 3, 6. 4, 4, 6, 5, 3, 6. You have the winning kick and the press box.
So Chris Smiley now in the shotgun. First play of this third quarter. Handoff Elijah Palmer-McCain around the left side. Gets really wrapped up and drugged down from behind and thrown down. That's a little excessive, but no laundry on the field. As I think number 4 was in there, Nizier Humphreys.
An official just went down.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
He was not down before, was he?
No, he was not.
No.
But he's down in pain.
Yeah. Can you rewind that to see if you saw what happened, or did he just fall? He's getting tended to right now.
He's kind of grabbing his head.
Oh. He was stepping backwards, and the New Brighton defender was right there. He stepped on the ankle, and
did he hit his head? we're able to watch a replay here.
Oh, he twisted that ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he twisted that ankle.
Yes, he was backing up kind of as they were going back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he stepped on one of the new Brighton lines.
I'm not sure which official it was. So they're tending to the official right now.
Yeah.
He's in.
That was a rolled ankle for sure.
So, yeah, he went. There was no doubt he went down really fast. So, folks, we're just going to take a timeout here. It's Wolverines ball, 2nd and 10, as they're tending to the official. Welcome back, folks. The official did walk off the field, not putting much weight on that one leg. He was getting tended to by the new Brighton training staff. They were there quickly to see what they could do. And Ellwood's trainer obviously was there as well. So we're going to go be down an official. I think they're working on him. I'm trying to see over on the sidelines. Yes, they are. So now the officials are going to kind of readjust. You got Smiley in the shotgun. Quick pass out there and through the hands of Elijah Palmer McCain, and he might be glad he didn't catch that because number 24, Heath Lewis, had a bead on him, and it was not going to be a pretty collision. So 3rd down and 10. If you recall, before we took the injury timeout, Elijah Palmer McCain on the 1st and 10 really went nowhere. I think if you're Coach Bradley, you want to come out here and make a statement, leading this game 7-0. 3 wide outs to the right. Back to pass to Smiley. Surveys, looks, throws a dart, and it's incomplete and a hard hit. Gavin Partridge was unable to catch the ball, maybe a little bit low. Threw a bullet, and it falls incomplete. Punt formation now on for the Wolverines.
Yep, and that was number 6, Gage Kovac, who was there to basically knock that down.
We've seen him make some pretty big hits tonight.
Yes.
There's Smiley, and they were coming. Going to be taking a fumble, jumping on it, and Ellwood City recovers. Is that Declan O'Brien?
I believe so.
Yes, it is. It's got to be Ellwood
Number
ball.
3.
Oh, that was just number 3?
Yep, number 3.
Tyler Amicone.
The only thing is he had it, and then the Brighton line did touch at the same time. So this is a 50-50 ball.
They were fighting for it on the ground. It sure looked from Nick angle.
It was originally Ellwood. The new Brighton did have it.
Oh.
Wow.
Big time
that
play
was a
there.
50-50 ball.
Was it was it 26 that muffed it?
That was number 14.
Oh, 14. Jackson's on. So the Wolverines, although we're unable to get a first down, that's 4 turnovers tonight, all by the New Brighton Lions. So give credit to Tyler Amicone getting down there, the gunner, making things happen. 1st and 10, ball on the 39. Wolverines unable to score. There's a throw down there. It's caught by number 5, Daylon Curie. Way to answer. 39 yards for his 3rd touchdown of the year. Smiley had some time, stepped up in the pocket, threw it down there, and it was all Daylon Curie after that. Wolverines go up 13-0. There's your points off of turnovers we talked about at halftime that we wanted, Brad. Here's Dom Hogue with the hold. Caitlin Kreitzer on with the kick. Extra point attempt. And it is good. Count it. Making the score 14-0 with 11:11 remaining here in this third quarter. We'll take a timeout.
All right, folks, welcome back here from that score. 11-11 up on the board. Caitlin Kreitzer kicking off here after the score.
High end over and kick taken there at the 25-yard line.
Got a lane on that
10,
far side.
Around the right side. It looked like a hold.
Give credit to Dante Pierce.
Not giving up on a play was Dante Pierce, as Mike Cleckley II took that ball at about the 28-yard line, went east and west, ran a long way to gain about 8 yards. If he'd have got that edge. Cleckley, just a freshman, standing there at 5'6", 160 pounds, but he's speedy. So trying to get an update on the official, and I've not been able to get one yet. There's another player down over there on New Brighton getting worked on. Looks like a cramp of some sort. There's a handoff, and trying to left side that time as Jaron King handed off to number 24, Heath Lewis. Picks up about a yard on the play. O'Brien and Partridge on the stop. So going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Wolverines, I don't know, I'm breathing a little bit easier. Just having that 2-score lead, 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Back to pass, throws it down there, got his man, number 14. Quickly coverage, Dante Pierce, as Jackson Zahn went up with the catch, and Dante Pierce let him go no further. Pick up of about 4 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. So now on this 3rd and 4, Wolverines defense waiting. Wolverines defense bending a little bit tonight, but not breaking to this point. In the shotgun is King. Back to pass. Shows pursuit, throws it in there. Oh, and unable to squeeze it in was number 5, Michael Vion. We just said on our last time out, we'd like to see New Brighton let Vion get a little bit more involved that time. The pass was just unable to be corralled. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 5. 11 a game when you're winning a turnover battles. We are winning that turnover battle 4-0. Makes you feel pretty good. So on a big 4th and 5 here, ball on the 44-yard line. Getting the Wolverines defense. Make them pay. Throwing it up there, way up high. And wisely, that was a smart play by Gavin Partridge.
That was something else. How about that?
He could have ran underneath that ball.
Yes, he could.
And intercepted it. But he wisely just kind of,
awesome. That's one that's not going to go in the stat book, but it should.
That's what Coach Tomlin says. That's one of them plays above the neck.
Yep.
So turnover on downs. Using his head there was Partridge. And now it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. Wolverine offense back out on the field. Scored on their first possession. There's a handoff.
Fumble.
Fumble on the ground, rolling around, bodies all over the place.
New Brighton, 21.
And I believe New Brighton came up with it. And they did. Jojo Montanez as Luciano Gagrick that time. The player went down. He got up and went down
Yes, he did.
like face first.
They're calling in the.
They're calling medic in
medics.
for this. Something. It was a turnover. I'm pretty sure I know who's on the ground, but I don't want to speculate because I'm not 100% sure. Folks, we're going to take a timeout. Just an update here, folks, as we're player from New Brighton was injured on that last play. There's medical people around him, and he's getting tended to by the trainers. And as WPI rule, there's always ambulance here and first responders, EMS, and they are tending to the young man right now. Just to update you on what we're seeing. I've talked to the coaches beside, and they don't know much of anything in the situation. But I just wanted to update you. We're gonna keep this timeout rolling, and we'll be back once we know what's going on. Welcome back, folks. As you can see on the field right now, the situation, the player is standing up and actually running off the field. That is a beautiful sight to see. Number 21, Jojo Montanez, and he was on the field. You can go back and see the replay and rewind. It just we'll get details to what happened, but that sigh of relief. We saw his feet move, legs moving, and we saw him sitting up while we were off the air, and you saw the cart come out and EMS, and you'll see the fast action of both trainers and coaching staff, and I'm sure a sigh of relief. The seriousness of the situation, I mean, we were here, and you could have heard a pin drop, and as they were assessing the situation, all players, of course, on their knees, the fans for both sides just letting the professionals do their job. And I tell you, that just was a sigh of relief to see that young man run off the field. So we're going to be back after what happened there, a fumble recovery. So it's going to be 1st and 10, the Lions having the ball from the 36-yard line. The rain is stopped for the moment. There's a handoff to number 5, Vion. Tries to zig and zag and had his knees taken out from underneath him. I believe that was Declan O'Brien in there. Going to bring up a pickup of about 2 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. And something like that happens, Brad. I mean, and we're certainly not professional broadcasters or played the game. But it just, when you hear other things, when you're watching games, you see that happen. Just kind of the players got to kind of reset. Okay, we had about a 12, 13, whatever it was, minute stoppage in play. Now you're getting back into it. Now the crowd's going to get back into it. As you could hear the sigh of relief when he went off the field. So back to pass. Oh, batted in the air. Dacio as King tried to throw it out there on the swing pass, and Caden got in there, disrupt that. That ball went nowhere. So going to bring up a 3rd down and 8.
It was close to that backwards pass possibly there, but the official watched it and
they called it pretty quick, as they should.
And they made sure it was correct.
Yes.
When you make a call, sell it, and I like it.
Right.
It's a big 3rd down here for the Wolverines and New Brighton, for that matter.
As Jerron King is in that shotgun, sends Cleckley in motion, back to pass, throws it down there, finds his man, is number 5, and I think he's going to get enough for the 1st down. Michael Vion, kind of that quick dart-like throwing pass from King, found Vion right there at the hash mark, and that is going to be enough for a New Brighton 1st down. So New Brighton trying to use the air attack here a little bit in this 3rd quarter of play. Helping with that is no rain. Field's still wet, but the injured player, number 21, Jojo Montanez, he was pretty integral part in that first half. The play clock's running down, and they're going to run out of time.
Yeah, and they have an argument here because that ball was spotted, but they took all the time, and the clock was running. So to me, they should not have to take this time out. That clock should have been resetted.
I believe the clock should have been resetted, as well as they had to give them time for the guys to move the chains. The officials are conversing right now. Remember, we're down an official. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. As the one had we'll go with the old hockey lower body injury, but appeared to be his ankle, as he limped off the field.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to use a timeout here because I think we're correct on that. Clock should have resetted because they took forever.
Yeah, they're going to.
Yep, there we go. Reset the play clock.
Reset the play clock. Going to run it now on his. Now I'm not sure. the official that got hurt what his exact responsibility was.
Right. Well, I believe that was the backline judge. So they're going to slide one over.
Who was the timekeeper? That's
Yeah,
where I was going
right,
with who
Yep.
somebody's now doing an extra job,
Yep.
and you have a timekeeper as one of them. Back to pass. Salada's in there this time. And just had two receivers over there. Went up for it was Vion. Behind him was Porter Jones. Vion got his fingertips on it. But the ball falls incomplete. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 10. .7:49 remaining. Wolverines up 14-0. Scored early on in that first quarter and early on in this third quarter to make that score 14-0. Now 2nd down and 10. There's a lot of hands off. Churning forward was number 24. Not much room there to run was Heath Lewis. I think he met O'Brien there, and Dacio was there to bring him down. Going to give him 1 yard, going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. So it's 3rd down here, ball in New Brighton territory from their 47. Salada in there to pass. Gets some pressure, throws it out there, and Vion unable to get his hands around that ball. Ball falls incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down. Whatever the defensive backfield for the Wolverines is doing right now, whoever's in there, whether it be Salada or King, they're really getting nobody to throw to down the field. 3rd and 9. And went a little bit more than a 1 yard out pass.
And we've said it. The difference from last year's Wolverines defense to this year, the defensive backs.
Yeah. They have stepped up. Some of that Gavin Partridge, remember, he went out last year with the collarbone and the maturity level. A little bit of a high snap, but he gets almost it blocked.
How do you not hit that?
Oh.
How do you not hit
blocked.
that?
I'm not sure who it was in there. I think it was Hodell who had a block last week and got 2 points for his team out of that. So about an 18-yard punt as the ball's going to rest there on the 35-yard line. So the Wolverines set up shop with 6:58 remaining in the third. Up to the line they come. So you wonder now, no rain. There is some wind, but will Smiley try the air attack. Smiley, hands off there to Elijah, bounces out to that right side. Dragging some defenders with him. Going to pick up about 3 on the play as Heath Lewis was in there. And Porter Jones with the stop. Going to give him about 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. On this homecoming night, 2nd and 6, ball on a 38-yard line. Smiley in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looking down the field. Fake pumps. Throws it down there. This time a little bit too far for his receiver, Dom Hogue. And give Jaden Salada in that backfield this time. Not letting him get down the field. Ball falls incomplete. So a 3rd and 6 now for the Wolverines. Different formation we don't always see. One wide out to the left, one to the right, and we'll take a 1st down. Well, I don't think you're going to have enough. Going to be offsides as a few of the New Brighton Lions got a little excited. Going to march off 5 yards. Going to bring up a much more manageable 3rd down and 1. Ball just inside the 38-yard line. Smiley Tush push, works, goes forward, keeps the legs churning, but he gets some pushback, but looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. Don't forget tomorrow night, folks, it will be the homecoming dance as the 9th through 12th graders will be dressed to the nines and heading over to the high school cafeteria for the dance over there. First and 10 now for the Wolverines. Ball on the 46. Wind is picking up. Hand off there to Luciano Gagrick, and not much.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Part of that issue was the handoff. It almost looked like Gagrick almost fumbled it again. To put it in perspective, though, Gagrick does have that. He has that brace on that left arm, and I'm wondering if it's causing issues. Because that's unheard of for Gagrick to fumble.
Yeah, you don't see that often. And when they go to him, it's usually on that really quick handoff.
Right
off the center quarterback exchange. 2nd and 10, as there was no gain on that play. Smiley now back to pass. Surveys, looks, almost got hit, but throws it down there, and it's, no! Ball falls incomplete. Michael Vion had it in the mitts, had it in the chest, and it bounced out. Smiley got away with one there. As he was trying to find, I believe it was Dom Hogue down there on the far hash mark. And that time Chris had some backside pressure. He had to get rid of that ball pretty quick. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 10. That's Chris Smiley. He's in the shotgun. Hands off to Elijah. Goes through the way, and he got tripped up there, and a good defensive play.
Humphreys.
By number 50, I believe. Yeah, number 50.
Humphreys, number 4, was there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Max Steele to wrap up. So really no gain. So the Wolverines come out the first drive. And after recovering a fumble on a punt, score this drive here. Well, 4th and 9. Smiley's back out there, but he is also the punter.
Yep, and they're talking to both teams because there's a lot of communication, not only from the sidelines, there is communication going on between the two teams.
Okay.
The official stopped it, talked to both teams, said, all right, we're done with this.
Yeah, I don't think they were exchanging their mom's favorite recipes.
I don't think so either.
So Smiley in the shotgun on this 4th and 9. Back to pass. He's got time. Throws his man underneath in the middle. He's got the first down. Luciano Gagrick hit hard from behind, but he's going to get.
Yep. Humphreys was the tackle.
Setting in there on that big 4th down conversion. Ball was on the 47. Gets it all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And we have seen that
There's
every once in a while.
something the Wolverines are doing offensively.
It's that little look to the screen to Elijah Palmer-Kane. Luciano right up through the middle.
Right up to the middle. And once again, yak yards after catch. Makes them pay. This time, movement. They're going to go back 5 yards.
That may be the first time I've ever seen Maddox Singer move on the line.
Yes.
Ever. Wow.
And I think we could all know he was pulling to the outside to block somebody the way that body turned.
Yeah.
So.
I think you're right on that one.
Well, he is homecoming king. He had a lot going on today.
He gets one
Had
for
to
free.
get all them pictures taken and smiling in the throne. He looked like he was at what's that, Game of Thrones? What was that movie? Yeah. Anyway, so he gets one freebie tonight. 3:50 remaining, 1st and 15. Back to pass Smiley. Throws it down there. Trying to find Dom Hogue. Dom needed another step.
Yep.
Ball falls incomplete.
And all year long, that has been right there for Chris. Again, you said it, Thad. I have a feeling that ball, yes, they dry them off. Yes, it stopped raining, but there's moisture out there.
I think the other thing to keep in mind is, we're sitting in a press box with windows just cracked, so we don't bake our brains out being so hot. But you look up there now, the flag's barely moving.
Yeah.
A minute ago, it was straight across. So you can't even practice throwing because you don't know what the wind's going to be. There's a handoff to Elijah. Up there he goes. Makes a man miss. Bowls it over. Gets down to the 32. He's not going to have enough for the first down, but a great pickup on that 2nd and 15. Takes it down to the 32. Picks up 11.
That was Porter Jones and 6 Kovac again. So, Thad, we said it, 3rd down and 4th downs here. Wolverines keeping it minimal. 3rd and 5, that's doable, and that's
They're keeping it minimal.
keeps the playbook
Do
open
it,
too.
And the other thing is you have a 14-0 lead.
Run that
Time
clock.
of possession. Let the clock be your friend. Smiley almost trying to draw him off sides again this time.
I like
Trying to
it.
roll his way forward. 2 down territory.
Oh,
They
maybe
got,
a flag.
there's a flag.
Yeah. And that was blatant. I think it's going to be a face mask against the New Brighton Lions from the looks of it, because I think he was good and then he got pulled. This may be 15.
Well, they're conversing.
They are conversing, yeah.
So I did not see the face mask, but
I'm wondering now. They're going to pick it up maybe and let it play.
so,
Ellwood's already out of the line.
yeah, they're ready to go.
Listen, be nice. There's only 4 officials or 5 officials and whatnot, and you're down
Yeah.
1. That's rough.
Yeah. Personal foul. You were right, Brad.
Yeah.
Face mask.
It was there. It was after the play kind of stopped.
Oh, that's the 15 kind,
Yeah.
too. They're going to get the first down. Take it all the way down to about the 16-yard line. So first down and 10 from the 16-yard line is the Wolverines setting up shop. Smiley in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Hands off to Elijah, zigzags, rolls his way forward, following his block, pushing to Powell, and he's going to get inside the 10-yard line. He's going to get right to the 10-yard line. Brought down by Steele that time. I think there was about 8 New Brighton Lions that had their hands on him, but he went about 6 yards.
And I'll officially give Elijah Paul McCain 19 carries, 110 now.
2:09 remaining on this 2nd and 4. Smiley in the shotgun. Hands off to Elijah once again. Follows his block. A hard hit there to slow him down. Number 24 came in there. Heath Lewis. He got positive yardage, but not as many as it first looked. Going to give him about 1 yard. So now we got a 3rd down, and we'll call it 3. So Wolverines come to the line. Smiley gets the snap. Hands off to Elijah. Up the middle he goes. And, I thought he was going to break it in for his 10th touchdown. But he was ridden down there at about the 4-yard line. But more importantly, Brad, he got the first down. 1st and goal, Wolverines. From about the 3-yard line. Quick to the line is the Wolverines. 1st and goal. Smiley. A little bit of a low snap, gets to Elijah, and pinballs his way into the end zone for the Wolverine touchdown. Elijah's 10th of the year makes the score 20-0 with 1:06 remaining. An impressive drive there by the Wolverines. Don't forget they were aided by the Lions' personal foul, gave them 15 yards to get them inside the red zone, and they made them pay. Now Miss Caitlin Kreitzer, member of the homecoming court, on to attempt the extra point. Upper for JC and the boys. The dinner was provided last night by BJ and Jessica Patterson. They served wings and fries from Big Shot Bob's. Players and coaches had their choices of sauces. That's great, Big Shot Bob's. You gotta love that. Always good food. We appreciate Big Shot Bob's, and we appreciate BJ and Jessica Patterson for supplying the dinner last night. Dessert was provided by Jessica O'Brien, Tara Lutz, and Aaron Warner. And I tell you what, they do that dessert every week, and I never hear any complaints at all. The kids love it. So at the after that drive, how many yards was that? You have that up?
That was 14 plays, 66 yards, and more importantly, 5:52 off the clock.
Here's the run up and the kick. Oh,
Ooh, my.
Big time hit.
Woo. Number 11 and 24. So that was Gilchrist and Colton Gullip.
Yep. So 1st and 10 now for the Brighton Lions. So at the 37-yard line, the Lions. You know, I got to give the Lions some credit. They have been able to move the ball some. In that first half, their field position outside of one possession was pretty bad. Still where they started off, but they're just not.
It's the
finishing.
third downs, the fourth downs.
Third downs.
Yeah.
There's Salata with the keeper this time. Nothing doing there. Big time hit, as that was number 9.
And I tell you what,
Gagrick in there.
Declan O'Brien is starting 8-9 yards on the right side, and he ends up all the way to the ball
and
every
he's in
time.
there too.
That is crazy.
Declan just a junior, and he's really has made his presence known as we're 5 games into this season.
I would say
on the defensive side of the ball. 30 seconds remaining here. Salata throws it out there, and they called it incomplete. I miss seeing it.
Yep.
And as Porter Jones dove for the ball, unable to corral it. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 22 seconds remaining. You know, right now, if you're the Wolverines defense, you got to be thinking, we've come 3 quarters without letting them score. Let's get that shutout. I know some of them guys down there, and I know
and on the flip side, no offense, it's only a 21-point lead. That means your starters are going to stay out there.
Well, no, yes, you were.
Goes both ways.
You were going down the path that
4
I
seconds.
was thinking too.
Yep.
Play clock's about done. Round he goes. There's the throw down there.
Nice
Great
defense.
play. Defense.
Number 26.
Dante Pierce.
Big.
As Porter Jones, the 6'2" speedy wide receiver junior, was down that far sidelines, and Dante Pierce was with him step for step, and he knew he really couldn't get an interception. He just kept Porter Jones from any chance of catching that ball as he batted it away. Fourth down.
Put that on repeat for sure.
Yep.
DB clinic.
Yep. Dante's having a good game tonight. We've
I
seen
would
another
say.
good defensive play in the backfield, a couple of them now. Here's their punt formation.
Oh, they got there.
Yep.
Twiddell again. Twiddell
Catches it out of the air. The flag goes down.
Oh, they're going to get him for taunting, though, I think.
As Dacio catches it out of the air.
I think it's going to be a block, and I think it's going to count, but I think they're going to count Twiddell
If you're sure.
taunting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He kind of went like this while the play still. It's going to be a taunt. So I think it's going to be Wolverine ball, put on 15. No,
they're waving it off.
They're waving it off.
They're going to
Okay.
wave it off.
All right.
I didn't see it either. So,
Okay.
As Twiddell hit it, it went straight up in the air. Dacio, I wish he'd have caught it, but he caught it. He was trying to run to the end zone, but got bottled up there. So that technically is that. What do you call that? Is that a fumble?
No, it's
Just
still
a block
it's
kick. It was a turnover.
Did it
so
technically go past the line of scrimmage? That's
that I don't know. That's what I was wondering about that. I forget where it was. You as a statistician with OCD, I'm sure
it's
going to
gonna
you at all.
bug me forever. You don't
First
even
and 10
understand.
ball on the 29-yard line. Handoff to Elijah. Rolls around that side. Nice takedown from behind. Number 4 in there, Nazir Humphreys. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter with the Wolverines leading here on homecoming night, 21-0. Folks, we got a lot of great sponsors here at the stadium and that help out the football boosters. We have our Champions Club. 4 years, they give $1,000. That's Dave's Hometown Shop and Save, Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, Mary Jo's Catering, Joey's Event Room, Dooney Memorial Scholarship, Johnny's Pizza Shop. Johnny's supplied us with food here in the press box tonight and financial money. Ellwood City Transit, Zona Tours, and Armstrong. The Touchdown Club, giving $750. Diamond Dance Academy, the T-Box, Signs by Sam, the Color Center, Venezi Sporting Goods and Apparel, D4 Property Service, Campers Inn RV. And then finally, our Field Goal Club, 4 years are given $500. Allen's Lawn Care, Pangonis Chiropractic, Air Physical Therapy and Fitness, Allied Rubber and Supply, Steffler Window Cleaning, Youngblood Paving, Spokane Orthodontics, Reed Oil Company, Kevin Bookamer Plumbing and Construction, Gagrick Brothers Painting, Myers Auto Group, Mo Bros, Lawn Specialist, Pit Race, and of course, our funeral homes, Marshall Funeral Home, Turner Funeral Home, Joseph A. Toman Jr. Funeral Home, and T. Ollis Funeral Home. Remember, the funeral homes in our town, folks, you get the Thad Sturgeon guarantee. They'll be the last to let you down. Folks, we do appreciate all of our financial support. That's the great businesses. The best way you can thank them is to walk into their business and there's a pass overthrown to Luciano Gagrick. The best way you can show your appreciation is go in and buy or use the services that they provide. 21-0, first play goes incomplete. Now we're going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 from the 25. I had a lot to say between the 3rd and 4th quarter. I was rolling. So
I like the Thad guarantees.
Well, I'd say that with great, I'm not sure what the word is.
Confidence.
Confidence. Thank you. Smiley back to pass. Quick throw out there to Dom Hogue.
I like it. Got
And
a
runs
hole.
up the middle and taken down.
Nice play.
We've seen that a couple times. The yards after catch. Number 24 brings him down, Heath Lewis, but he takes it from the 25 all the way down to the 14-yard line.
Now we've seen that screenplay to the wide receivers. Nice blocking downfield and
I
low
think
bubble
that's
screen.
one
Get
of
it
the
out. keys
keys to that, but it's not the traditional bubble screen where
Right.
you run outside the numbers.
Kind of like the college bubble
Oh,
screen.
we got Oh, my. Logan McClymonds, as they went off sides, he just kind of rolled back. And he made sure the officials saw that.
Oh, man.
And the Emmy goes to Mr. Logan McClymonds. That was good.
Oh, man. That was to perfection.
Yes,
Watching
it
the
was.
replay, I can watch that on repeat. Oh, my.
Going to be a 5-yard penalty.
That was something.
So that encroachment penalty is going to knock off 5 yards, going to bring up a 1st and 5 ball inside the 10-yard line. So the Wolverines can technically get a 1st down. Smiley in the shotgun. Back to pass. Under pressure. Dodges one. Throws it out there. Oh, Did he
No, he dropped it
drop
again.
it again? That's
that
the
Vion?
2nd time tonight. Vion.
Yeah.
And Vion showed that speed, came out of nowhere.
He was gone.
Smiley was trying to find his man Dom Hogue in the end zone, and he was open for that brief moment. And Vion, I really think that could have been a pick six for
it
about
definitely-
107 yards.
definitely
He had
was.
a head of steam, and everyone else was looking the other way. Wow. So 2nd and 5. Smiley, handoff. Elijah up the middle. He goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Elijah Palmer McCain from 9 yards out gets his 2nd touchdown of the night, 11th one on the season, making the score 27-0 in favor of the Wolverines early going here in this 4th quarter. It took a while for the Wolverines to get the legs. I guess they were moving, but getting drives finished. That time there. Down the field. Caitlin Kreitzer, she's 3 for 3 on the night. It's a good snap. Kick is down. That kick is up and no good that time. So, with 11:10 remaining, it's 27-0, folks. We'll take a timeout. Welcome back, folks. There was a flag on that play I did not see. It appears that we may be
Running into the kicker, maybe?
I don't know. I did not see a call.
Me
Didn't see
neither.
anything. We're going to see it now.
Here's-
Yep. Running into the kicker. So we'll try it again from a little closer this time. is Caitlin Kreitzer. We'll see her playing Union Monday night and the Shinnick Tuesday night in the girls volleyball team. Way high snap this time. Picked up there and just wisely jumped on by Dom Hogue. So Hogue was able to recover the snap. So the point attempt does not go. So the score is still 27-0. We'll take that timeout now. Welcome back, folks. Caitlin Kreitzer will be kicking off from the 40-yard line. The run up and the kick taken by one of the up men at the 28-yard line, and he finds his way out of bounds. Jackson's on with the return. Hey, we want to welcome one of our new sponsors, the Ellwood Area Family Center, John DeBuano. So we certainly appreciate Mr. DeBuano in the Ellwood Area Family Center for being one of the sponsors, and how they did that is they reached out to Brad and said, we'll put your logo up there for when we're on timeouts and in between quarters, or and that's for all sports that we do.
Yep.
And he made a nice contribution to a one of the booster organizations.
I believe
here.
it was the band.
So thank you, Mr. John DeBuano. So 1st and 10, ball on the 35. There's a handoff to Clickley. Around that right side, up that sideline he goes. Zigs and zags, but a nice run there by Mike Clickley II. A big run on the play. Gets it down about the 48-yard line of the Wolverines. Pick up of 18 as the ball sits there on the 47-yard line.
We've seen that play 3 times now, and I tell you what, each time it's gone for at least 8-9 yards. So that end around, pull somebody in motion concept.
So in the shotgun.
Here it comes back.
On that reverse, Cleckley on up that right side, waiting for somebody to hit him, and he does. As number 5, Daylon Curie, punches him out of bounds. But that was reverse for Cleckley. As I said before, Cleckley just a freshman. But he picks a nice pickup on the play, takes it from the 47 down to the 31. So back-to-back runs here, one of 18 yards, one of 16. They do mark him at the 32. So Salata sends a man in motion, hands it off there to Vion around that left side, running hard. Oh, great tackle there for the Wolverines. That's number 4 getting in there, Dom Danucci. Getting some time. Oh, we got a flag come in there way late. Dead ball foul against New Brighton. Brad, you said it there about 20 minutes ago.
Yep.
Things were getting a little chirpy.
Yes,
And
they
man,
are.
if you're the New Brighton coach, if you're Coach John Masuga, first year coach, that has to drive you nuts.
Yes.
You had a 16-yard play, an 18-yard play, a nice pickup on first down, and all of a sudden you find yourself going back 15 yards for a dead ball foul. All the way back to the 44-yard line. Jeez.
Man, is that big.
That's where I would struggle as a coach. You know, if a kid's stronger than you, if a kid's faster than you, if you know, you're going to have that. But
And that could be drive killer, too.
anybody can just learn to shut their mouth, quite honestly. And I say that when Ellwood does it, too.
That third quarter break was pretty long-winded.
The officials now are talking. So it's 2nd and 22. I'm not sure what the delay was there. Back to pass, under pressure. Salata tries to throw it down there, and he just kind of unloaded that because he had a host of Wolverines in there disrupting things. Ball falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 3rd and 22. You talk about drive killers, Brad. That could very well have been it.
Yep, because after that,
you went from a 2nd and 6 inside the 25-yard line to a 3rd and 22 from the 44.
And give credit to New Brighton Lions' offensive line. The Wolverines haven't been 100% in the backfield. That was probably the first time on a pass. That's a lot of that pocket kind of crushed on them. And you go from a penalty to an incompletion, it's 3rd and 22.
So just under 10 minutes remaining. A little bit of a slow snap. Trying to run for his life, and that time he gets taken down by number 73. Evan Twiddell is in there. Salata had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. So a 5-yard loss back to the 48. And there you're talking, you got pump formation coming on for the Lions. Rain has stopped once again. Waiting to snap is Porter Jones. High kick. And it's going to go out of bounds. Oh, somewhere around the 29.5-yard line. So the Wolverines will set up shop with 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in this 4th quarter of play. Next week, I know we got home volleyball games Monday and Tuesday.
Big ones.
Big ones.
Shannick is in there, and I think Mohawk.
And then, folks, Tuesday night, I want to be a dad here for a moment. Let's fill that gym up.
Yep.
This is a huge, section game, back to pass. Oh, intercepted that time and waiting for it. They were ready for it. As number 18, Joey Kennedy, jumped in front of that receiver for the Wolverines. And now the Lions are going to set up with their best field position of the night. But to finish that thought, this is a huge conference game. It could be who wins the title kind of thing. We still got a lot of volleyball to play, but if you're a parent listening, if you're a grandparent, tell your kids, get out there, support the girls team, fill that gym up. The parents and grandparents are more than welcome to come too. On that turnover, and that was just, they went to the well too many times, and the Lions were waiting for it. Salata, back to pass, throws it out there, and incomplete pass as Vion had great coverage. Trent Schilling was covering him, and the ball falls incomplete. I know it's one of them games, it's like you got a nice 27-0 lead, so why put something on tape for someone else to see, something new? But that time, the Lions were ready for it as Chris Smiley dumped it out there, and Joey Kennedy into the waiting arms.
New Brighton just over 50 yards this second half.
Back to pass, throws it down there and through the hands.
He took a shot from Twiddell's helmet.
Did Salata, I missed seeing that.
That's why it was shortchanged.
Porter Jones trying to get that ball caught.
Yeah, he was back to pass, and Twiddell got there. It wasn't like intentionally. It just he went to tackle. It hit his when the fall through came through. He hit his elbow right off that. He felt that
Something
one.
to think about here, though. Porter Jones is a junior.
New Brighton's going to be.
You know, they got some players that are young and contributing.
Yeah.
They're going to be around for a while.
For sure.
Jerron King, just a freshman.
I like what
Third
the
and
coaching
10.
staff's doing.
3rd and 10, 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Salata back to pass, throws it all the way down there. Jump ball. Who ends up with it? We get a flag late.
Yeah,
And
I think the coaches beside us for Ellwood are right. I think this is going to be a hold.
ball falls incomplete. Kennedy was covered out there by Curry. Basically a jump ball. Now the officials are conversing once again. We'll wait to see. The official says, wow.
Wait, it's not a hold.
It's a personal foul.
Personal foul.
It's a personal foul against New Brighton. It's not a dead ball foul, so you got decision time here.
Twiddell was knocked down to the ground, so I'm wondering if the play was kind of like over and then was knocked over afterwards. I don't know. I did not see that one, but it was close to the sideline.
So they're going to march off 15 yards. So it was 3rd and 10. So they're going to march them back 15 yards to about the 28-yard line. They'll replay 3rd down. It's 3rd and 28. They can get a first down. So Salata in a shotgun. Dump pass over there to number 24, getting chased. Round that left side, and he, kept him from getting in there. It was number 24, Heath Lewis, made something out of nothing.
Yeah,
Another flag on the field, on the near sideline here, Brad.
Oh, I see that now.
He gets it down to the 10. He needs to get to about the 4 for a first down. So I'll wait to see what the penalty is.
I think it's going to come back, walk in the back, or a hold.
It is a hold.
Wow.
And Coach Bradley says, punch him back a little further.
Jeez.
But you're the rule expert here. Are they going from the spot of the foul? So you're going to mark 10 yards back from the spot of the foul, correct? Because it was downfield.
Should be the 38 now. Should be the 38, unless they're going to.
It was a spot foul because
Yeah,
it was
'cause it was
past the line of scrimmage. So everyone's clear on that.
Yeah.
So
So
they'll
technically a
replay.
1 yard penalty in a sense. In a sense.
well, but he would have had the ball more than
Right.
that because he would have
Right.
had the ball because
Yeah.
he ran it down to about the 10-yard line. So for the third time, 3rd down and 25. Salata sends Cleckley in motion. Pass to him. Throws it out there. Oh, my. Had the right idea. Little halfback pass. And Porter Jones was unable to catch it. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. I don't see any flags this time.
No,
Okay.
I think
just
it's
wanted to be sure.
just
We
a little
kinda had
conversation
We had a
again.
little pattern going on there for a while. So 4th and 25.
that it's
Ball
not,
from the 29-yard line.
It's 9:30. Wow, this game's been going.
Well, the
second
first half I thought went fast.
Yeah.
Salata with
He's
the pass
got him.
down there.
Picked
Oh,
off.
picked off
Partridge.
this time. Partridge, 2 weeks in a row, up the sidelines, makes a man miss, zigs and zags, gets it back to the 40-yard line. Gavin Partridge with the interception. 2 weeks in a row now. Gavin in that backfield. He kind of came out of nowhere, jumped in front of that ball, and had a nice, nifty moves on the return. What's that,
Number
five
53 with the tackle.
5 turnovers now and a blocked punt for New Brighton to the Wolverines, 1 interception.
Yep, and that was a 25-yard return by Partridge.
There's a ball hawk back there all of a sudden. Elijah Palmer McCain pinballs around, trying to shirt tackle him. You're not going to do that. How do you not get spearing? How do you not go in?
I'm there with you on that one.
You're 27-0. You have a kid coming in like that, you throw the flag.
Yeah.
If an Ellwood player did it, I would be saying the same thing right now.
I agree with you on that one. That one was pretty obvious.
So Elijah gets about 3 on the play. And we got to be 2nd down and 7. Wolverines really no reason to rush.
I think also you just want to be careful of injuries.
That's what I'm getting at. Whistle's blown.
Everything after the whistle, man.
This flag on the far side.
They stopped the play, false start. But, and I people will sit there and say, well, the officials can't let this get out of hand. Well, the coaches can't either.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot. All the officials got to get this under control. Each of these teams have 6 coaches standing on the sidelines.
Adults all over the place. Make it happen.
So,
thank you, Thad. I like that. Food for thought. Thad, the dad, coming through. I like that one.
deep thoughts by Thad.
That wasn't even deep. That was just
I'm
straightforward.
not that deep.
I like that one.
So, after the penalty, after the 5-yard penalty for the false start, it's 2nd down and 12 from the 38-yard line. There's a handoff to Elijah. Up the middle he goes and follows his way forward about the 44-yard line, taken down there by Bryson Porter-Jones.
I tell you what, they've kind of kept Elijah Palmer and McCain in check. No big yardages, but just your typical 4-5. And that's what we need right now.
Well, you get that. He gets a couple runs off for 20, runs for a 9-yard touchdown. Everyone loves the splash plays. Everyone loves to see them 60, 80-yard runs.
Yep.
But as you're getting in and you start thinking, hey, we're going to be, playing some extra football at the end of the season, just give me them 4 or 6 yards every time. We'll be happy. Smiley running for his life, finds his way, holds on to the ball.
Just sit.
Yep.
Man.
And he gets enough for the 1st down. And out of the pocket, everyone was covered downfield that time. And he takes it from the 44 to the Ellwood City, gets it to the 47 of the Tigers. Moves the chains once again, 1st and 10.
Do we say something, Dakota?
Did I do it?
You did.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I made it 3.5 quarters. Did I really do that?
You did. You said the Tigers.
Your Twitter's going to blow up. All right. Hand off to Elijah up the middle and get some positive yardage for New Brighton. Stops them. If you've been a long-time listener to our broadcast, here about 5 years ago, I went through a whole half a play calling the New Brighton Lions the New Brighton Tigers. And if you're not a big follower of high school football, there is the Beaver Falls Tigers and New Brighton Lions. You do not want to get the two mixed up. And if you want people to have conversations on Facebook comment sections and Twitter about you, just do that. So there's a handoff. I apologize. Elijah drugged down from behind by number 53, Caden Pavlinch. So I do apologize. New Brighton Lions in the Lion territory. Picks up about 5 on the play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
Next week we got Golden Beavers. Don't look too far ahead.
No, I'm not going to mess.
Don't speak too soon.
Offsides. We'll take the 1st down any way we can get it, and we're going to get one via the penalty. And I think Smiley's got to be doing. That's about the 4th time tonight we've seen that.
And we can go back each game. I mean, it's at least 15 times on Euro now.
Yep,
for sure.
Something within that cadence that is throwing off the defenses. So 1st and 10, ball on the 34-yard line. Stick around, folks, for the post-game show. It'll be kind of brief tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be shortened.
Yep, we'll just give some out-of-town scores and some stats. There's a handoff to Elijah around that right side. Wings it back,
leaping,
brings his
hopping.
way through. Jumps through
Ooh,
there.
official, be
Almost
careful.
had another official get hit pretty hard. But Elijah's going to get her down to the 25-yard line. Picks up 9. So,
Give me one more
See
score
it.
if we can.
Daylon Curie maybe limping a little bit, not taking himself out of the game. But he's got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Yeah, he does. I have a feeling he'll be out next play.
Yep. So there's Elijah. Up the middle he goes. Ridden down from behind, but he gets her down to about the 15-yard line. As Nazir Humphreys was there. So, yes. So, 1st and goal, 1st and 10 from the 15. The Wolverines inside the red zone. Handoff to Elijah, up the middle, bounces it out again, gets some blocking, got some outside, going to go into the end zone. Touchdown! Elijah Palmer McCain for the 3rd time tonight. He's got 12 on the season. And a nice run. About, what was that, 14-yard run? 15-yard run as Elijah finds the end zone once again to make the score 33-0. Extra point forthcoming.
Give credit to the wide receiver blocking there.
Downfield.
Not getting the block in the back. Let go. Stood straight up. Got the touchdown. Now the question is, do you go for 2 for 35?
I think they are.
Oh, we're gonna have new kicker. Nope.
Nope.
That's Barbarian. My
Yep.
apologies. My apologies.
Yep. Back to pass is Smiley. Throws it way
got
out
him.
there,
Not
and
too
oh,
far.
just outshoots the would-be receiver Gavin Partridge. So with 3:10 to go. So, yep, it's 33-0 in favor of our Ellwood City Wolverines. A great homecoming night here. Luckily, the rain had stopped here for a good portion of this second half of play. And not the biggest passing night, but I think that's one of the nice things about this Wolverine team. Last week, you won
Well,
doing the pass.
and I tell you what, Thad, these numbers are going to be weird. But 5 for 19 and 4 for 21.
Wow.
9 for 40 on the night
Wow.
between the two teams. Now, obviously, rain has a factor in that, but there was a good segment there where we didn't have it, and it just a couple drops. I think both teams had 3 or 4 drops, and it just seemed like not your typical game, especially after last year, 62-40.
Right, exactly.
We're sitting here 33 donut.
But I was just talking to one of the coaches. We'll let this kickoff go off from Caitlin Kreitzer. Squib kick and going to be picked up there by number 14. Kind of Groundhog Day. That's what he did last time. So Jackson's on. But I was talking to one of the assistant coaches at New Brighton there at halftime, and this is definitely an improved team from what we've seen the last couple of years.
They came in tonight over 500.
Yes, they did. Obviously they're got to be better because they lost 21 in a row.
Yeah.
But I think there's some discipline in there now.
Yes.
We're
You
seeing
nailed it.
chirping back and forth, but in the past, New Brighton teams, the discipline was almost the guys were fighting amongst themselves or the confusion. And the coach Masuga, I don't know the man, but I would say I'm impressed with what he's done so far this year. There's a handoff to number 24, and a nice takedown there
By Gagrick.
as Gagrick gets in there to take down Heath Lewis.
Technically loses one. So again, Thad, we said our keys to the game tonight. We said don't get too crazy with the limelight, and I think the Wolverines kind of kept it to the book in that second half, kind of running with Elijah Palmer-Kane. And third down and fourth down was a trouble for New Brighton, and a couple splash plays here and there. Just a couple.
Yep. On this 2nd and 11, back is Salata, throws it. Oh! Trent Schilling, he had pick 6 on his mind.
Yes, he did.
And it was a little bit of a high for him to get. And number 9, Ryan Boffo, was unable to get in there to make the catch. So incomplete pass stops the clock. 2:19 remaining. I think the Wolverines right now on that defense, you want to be thinking maybe shutout.
Both these teams.
Seeing Dom DiNucci in there some.
Yep.
In that defensive backfield. Salata in a shotgun. We've seen him most all here in
Oh,
the
boy.
second half.
Oh, boy.
And
What a
that's caught
completion.
that time by number 14, Jackson Zahn.
What I was going to say there, Thad, was both these teams came in tonight with 13 shutouts apiece in the series.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed seeing that.
So that was a good pass. Could have been a sack. It could have been a little bit of everything. It'd be what, 4th and 1?
Yep. Did not quite get enough for that first down. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Salata now on this 4th and 1. We've not seen them do anything under center. He's going to try to run it, and he's not going to get it. Wolverines defense gets the stop. Ball's going to go over on downs. On that 4th and 1, I think he lost 2. So the Wolverines offense is now going to come on the field with 2:07 remaining. Once again, congratulations to Holly Palmer for being our homecoming queen in her whole entire court. If you want to see that crowning, of course, you can always check out this game on the Ellwood City YouTube channel. And a timeout by Ellwood City.
I think we're going to see some substitutions.
Yep. Is there a JV game tomorrow?
Yes, there is.
And that'll be
10
down
o'clock, New Brighton. See a couple names out there. Number 10, 8, 4. Yep, here comes Tyler Smiley.
Yep. Still got the king, Maddox Singer, in there. Logan McClyman still in there at center. Evan Tordell kept the line pretty much the same. Tristan Reynolds and Shane Lutz. They did a pretty good job tonight protecting Chris Smiley and making some lanes. Smiley handoff to number 10.
That was more just like a direct snap
That's
indirectly.
not how you draw that one up. No. Jillian Frisk got the handoff, and going to be a big loss there of about 5. Big fella coming in there for New Brighton now. Number 78, 6'3", 325 junior, Tyler Marquette. PJ DuBois, big night tonight. Interception and a fumble recovery.
Could be our MVP of the game.
There's Smiley, hands off.
Barbario.
And he's taken down.
Good tackle.
A good tackle
78.
There. The guy that's mentioned just come in.
Yep.
Minute 9 remaining on this 3rd and 14.
I think we're just 2 snaps. Sorry, 1 snap.
Yep, I think
can't count.
I think we can get the differential.
Yep.
In there for quarterback right now is the younger brother of Chris Smiley, Mr. Tyler Smiley, a junior, 5'10", $170. gets the snap. Hands off to Barbario. Around the right side. Down he goes. And a nice pickup there for Anthony Barbario. Takes it all the way down to the 30, so about a 16-yard gain for the 5'9", 175-pound junior. And, folks, I think that was the final play of the game. A big night here for the Wolverines on homecoming night as they defeat the New Brighton Lions 33-0. The Wolverines will go to 5-0. And remind us again, Brad, what year was it that they went 5-0?
1986.
So since 1986, the Wolverines find themselves atop of the MAC with a 5-0 record. Clock strikes 0. That's the end of the game, folks. Big win for the Wolverines, 33-0.
Yep. So what we'll do, Thad, if you don't mind, real quick, we'll keep it here. We'll just end it real fast with it being already, 9:44. These stats got to get out before 10 o'clock. That ain't happening anytime soon. So we'll wrap things up here real quick. Get some game stats from tonight officially here on the evening. Final score of 33-0. Ellwood City finishing the night with 20 first downs to just 8 for New Brighton. Total yards rushing, 239 to 118, so the Wolverines doubled up the New Brighton Lions. Passing-wise, started very weak and not many completions, but somehow, some way, the Wolverines do end up with 90 yards passing in the end, but not many completions. We'll talk about that here in a second. Total completions for each side, 5 for 23, 5 for 19. So combined 10 of 52 completion-wise. Total yards and offensive plays, 50 for 150 for New Brighton and 66 for 329 for the Wolverines. Big thing on the night was turnovers. 5 turnovers for New Brighton, 2 for the Wolverines. And once again, Thad, we said it, was one of our keys of the game. Wolverines finished the night combined 8 for 17 on 3rd and 4th downs compared to 3 for 17 for New Brighton, 3rd and 4th down. Rushing-wise, Michael Cleckley finished with 45 yards on 4 carries. Josiah Montanez, 7 carries for 36, and Jaden Salata, 8 for 30. Elijah Palmer-Kane, what a night. It took a while to get him going, but he did crack the 100 mark, and he actually finished with 31 carries, 184, and 3 touchdowns. His longest of the night was only 21, but he finished with a 5.9 average per carry. That's pretty good numbers. Gackrick, 5 for 29. Anthony Barbario, 2 for 16. And Chris Miley, 7 for 11. For a total net of 239. Passing-wise, Jared King, 3 for 9 for 17. Jaden Salata, 2 for 12 for 15. And Michael Cleckley, technically on the night, 0 for 2 on that jet end-around sweep passes. Chris Miley, 5 for 19, 1 interception, 90 yards, but more importantly, 2 passing touchdowns. And he contributed to that 33 points up on the board. So there you go, folks. There's your offensive stats. Defensively wise for the Wolverines, 7 tackles for Caden Daccio, 6 for Gackrick, 6 for O'Brien, Hogue with 5, Twiddell with 4, Partridge with 3. And once again, the Wolverines finished with 6 tackles. Check that, 8 tackles for loss, and when you include the sacks or the defensive plays here, they ended with 2 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, 5 passes broken up, 2 interceptions, and a blocked punt. Defense, defense, defense. On the flip side, New Brighton Humphreys, 11 tackles, Porter Jones, 10 tackles, Lewis, 8. And, the Wolverines, or the New Brighton Lions did have 3 tackles for loss, but the difference on the night, just enough. Turnovers, 5-2. And just a quick little out-of-town score here. Thanks and courtesy to Lawrence County Sports Network. Final scores, Laurel 7-0 over Northgate. So Laurel, back-to-back wins. Farrell, this was going to be a tough one. Farrell and Wilmington. Farrell cruises past Wilmington 38-0. Neshannock cruises past Shenango 43-14. Mohawk, second half, 24 points unanswered. They finished 41-14 over Union. And then Aliquippa, big up on Newcastle, 56-21 was the last score there. So, folks, that why don't you take us out?
All right, thank you. Monday night we will be girls volleyball for Union, and Tuesday night for Union or for against the Shannock. So hope you can come out and support those girls there. On behalf of Dakota Marshall, the cameraman, then our producer, man with a plan, the man that knows all. He puts the cool and cool in the gang. Brad Winhorst and myself, Thad Sturgeon. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Good night, everybody.